here we go.
I'm all warmed up. I was floor directing on Saturday.
Live from my kitchen, it's Thursday night! Woo! Not guest, returning co-lead star of the show. Featuring the return, the reluctant return? The return of Leonard.
They recently renegotiated contract. The holdout is over.
It took me all summer to negotiate the contract, and finally we got it. Let's jump back over.
Break the guilds of it.
All it took was a batch of sushi.
We have Leonard reprising his role as Gloin, who is no longer a ghost. The party has descended into Avernus. Sound familiar? Descent into Avernus. That is a module. Descent into Avernus. Yeah, we just kind of skipping the first part of it. But one of our guys has gleaned the information from the first part of the intro, the first chapters of Descent into Avernus. As we're picking it up, as we're going to go through all this. We're going to go through all the background. It's convoluted. You're going to have to forgive me for wonky timelines a little bit. But we're going to get into all that right after we run the intro.
Roll that.
But normally I would play it from right here. But I want to go... I want to be in the Google screen only because we don't have an overhead camera tonight. And then from there, I want to jump into, come on Dave, find it, there. And then I want to go here so we can go super duper screen and hold on to your socks. Wow. Oh, yeah. Cancel.
I just peed myself a little.
Nice.
I'm scared.
Oh, yeah, that was fun putting that together.
Where's Gandalf when you need him? Right?
Wow. Yeah, so I don't know if you noticed, about 2/3 of the way through it says game clips. No, right hand. So that is a spliced together videos and overlays and songs and music. I put that together.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So Noel sends me, hey, you could use this as an intro. It's a little ding, 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 ding.
No,
It's like,
the bass rock
Pretty metal.
death metal.
He went a different way.
yeah, I went a little bit different way.
Love it. Love it. Slightly different direction.
Yeah, this is a small different direction. All right, we don't need this anymore. That is for those that want to watch this over and over again. I know you do. It is on my channel. I did put a link to it, or not link to it, but right here. Nice. So I know you're gonna just put that in a loop and listen to it over and over on your way home. But kidding aside, we are here. Pardon me. So yeah, welcome to my kitchen. My kitchen because I had a pipe leak in my basement. This is for the benefit of, I've already told you guys now, but for the many viewers that are watching, we're in our kitchen because I had a water leak in my basement. And so we may be up here for a while, right? While I get the pipe is fixed, but now there's dealing with the wet carpet, the wet walls, and any repairs I do. One of the things I've told Christian and Wes here is that we're kicking it old school, right? Years ago, this is the way, many years, we did it. Mm-hmm. If we didn't have paper and miniatures on the table, we put a TV on the island here, and this is the way we did it. And so as we do this, we think about, is this nicer? Is this actually better than having a TV in the table? Because as I redo that wall, it would not be that much of a stretch for me to put a bracket on the wall and just put the TV on the wall.
I had that thought earlier this week, before I even knew about your basement.
Yeah.
I was thinking, it is just nice to be able to, like right now, I can see that screen so easily, I don't need any
Yeah.
desire to look at your screen.
So if we did that, I would probably do this orientation in the basement also. I'd put myself at the end, at the short end, and put you guys on the long side, just like this. I would have my computer. I have to figure out how to do this. I have to figure out how much I like this. I might put a camera above the TV, looking down on our table, and
I'd put that behind you,
put what behind me?
the TV.
Oh, you think?
Yeah, because you don't need to see that. You've got one right there.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. That is. I hadn't thought.
But
of
then
that.
his head will be in the way.
My big head would be in the
That's
way.
why it's on the wall.
Yeah, it would be above me.
Then we'd have to look at it to see.
But then all my
And,
hair would
and we'd
stand-
already be looking at you.
my hair would be standing up because of the static.
Come on.
Or you just put an or on the bottom of the
all
screen.
right, we'll
Just
probably
flames
be
coming
in
up
this
from
for a
the
couple
bottom.
months. If I were to guess, a couple months. All right, depends to what extent we remodel that corner of the basement.
Could put cobblestone walling.
And I exaggerate, guys. The carpet's wet. All right, the padding's wet. I don't know if it needs replaced. I just don't know. The lower part of the wall, the trim, needs replaced. The drywall is going to need patched and repainted. So that's what's going to need to be done. And not even the whole drywall, maybe just lower 3 feet of it. So that's what's going on down there. So if we need the drinks or anything down there, the chips down there, it's still there. You can run down there. I don't care. Yeah, today. I would hope by sometime next week that won't be true anymore. It'll be dry.
I mean, if you got fans and dehumidifiers, it should dry out in a day or two.
And again, you could have. I've got the kind that are aimed. They literally
Yeah.
skim right
The
across.
tornado? Yeah.
The real low
Yeah.
ones. I have a pair of those.
Yeah.
Plus others that can be tilted. And another
I might be
dehumidifier.
giving you a call on Saturday. We'll see.
Just say the word, man.
Steam Green did a great job when my basement flooded.
Who did?
Steam Green, they did a great job. It was like $400, and they did my whole half of my basement.
Did they
You've
put
seen
the
it.
carpet back?
They pulled it up. They suction. They had the industrial vacuum steam clean the
Yeah.
the cushion and the.
I might be talking to you about it. All right? Yeah. Because getting those. One thing I don't know how to do is stretch carpet, right? I don't know.
And they brought like 6 fans in, industrial dehumidifiers. I mean, it was dry within a day, and then it was really dry. Anyways,
So I'd like to start the story with a half-elf warlock. On screen. So once upon a time, there was a half-elf who'd made an open prayer to the higher deity, just looking for guidance in his life. And he thought no one answered until his life became more and more chaotic. And after some time had passed, he realized that a god actually had listened to his prayers. And so Panlamir, excited by the opportunity to become more knowledgeable and more powerful as he was thirsty for knowledge, he was excited that finally a deity has answered his prayers, and so he began to serve this deity. And he served this deity well for many years, and this deity being Thurston. And so in his not necessarily a good person, not necessarily good at all, really, serving him, and currently or recently he was sent to a town of Elturel. Panlamir was sent to the town of Elturel because Therisden knows or knew that the townsfolk of Elturel had made a deal with the devil. A deal with an archdevil, the archdevil of Avernus, and knew that the time had come for the townspeople to pay up. And the archdevil of Avernus was going to claim the town, the townsfolk, people, for her use in her battle against demons. Because in Avernus, there's a blood war. There's a blood war that is an eternal fight between the demons and devils. And so the archdevil, the archduke, the archdevil of Avernus, Zariel, was looking forward to claiming the town of Elturel. But Therizin, the demon lord of the abyss, has other things in mind and has sent his acolyte to Elturel to shepherd the people, not to divert them from the archdevil of Zariel to the abyss and deliver them to the demons so the demons can claim their souls and more demons can be produced. Now, after staying in Elturel for some amount of time, something happened to Panlamir. Maybe it was the sight of kids playing in the streets. Maybe it was the sight of a mother. Maybe it was the sight of a father teaching a son some trade. But some part of his humanity was touched. And so this idea of sacrificing these town people to Therizin just started to bother him more and more. But this paradigm shift, as it were, came a little too late, as one morning he wakes up to the screams outside as the town is being ravaged by, is no longer in Kansas anymore. The sky is no longer the blue skies of Faerun, but the skies are the crimson dark smoke of Avernus as the town has fallen. The town in its entirety, the land underneath it, it's on a moat of earth, is now been transported into Avernus and is being invaded by demons. And so he steps outside and he sees demons everywhere.
So it's that guy's fault.
This guy's fault. No, it wasn't his fault. Zariel banished the town to Avernus. Therizin tried to usurp it, is trying to usurp it, wants to steal it from Zariel and divert it to the abyss. And Therizin believes that is why Panlamir is here. Therizin doesn't know that Panlamir has had a change of heart. Agreed? Sound right?
Oh yeah, no, you spot on.
So, next I might talk about Martello. Martello perhaps was in Baldur's Gate when this calamity occurred. And Martello, fundamentally a good person, human, a cleric, a war cleric, went to investigate this disappearance of a town. And went to the site, the site where the town disappeared. And when he got there, he encountered a flying elephant. Right out of the book. I kid you not. A flying elephant.
Dumbo?
Kind of.
And flying with its ears.
Kind of.
He has wings.
A flying elephant whose name is Lulu. And Lulu's there, and she's all distraught over the loss of this city, but she feels responsible, but can't really explain why. And is very interested in figuring out what has happened to this town. She feels like she was involved, but she just doesn't know why. So, Elturel is a neighboring city to Baldur's Gate. And so Martello and Lulu start asking people, making inquiries in the town. And so I skipped that, that they, after talking and consolidating, Lulu and Martello agreed to partner up since their interests are aligned, resolve to figure out what has happened and if anything can be done. So Lulu and Martello start asking people what they know and end up being led to a Flaming Fist captain. And this Flaming Fist captain informs them that their Grand Duke, the ultimate leader of the Flaming Fist, had recently gone, this older Raven Guard, had recently gone to Elturel because to settle some disputes they had with the town. And they were actually in the town at the time when the town was destroyed. And this captain says, "Do you suppose this is a coincidence?" I think not, right? They don't. And he believes that. And he said, the Knights of Eltegard call themselves the Hell Riders. A few of them escaped the destruction and think we're somehow to blame for Elturel's downfall. This is what the captain's saying. What a bunch of self-righteous rabble-rousers. We're arresting them on sight. But that's left us short-handed to deal with another problem. And so this captain had asked Martello and Lulu to help him out. He liked their zeal. He liked Martello and Lulu's zeal and deputized them to do what was ever necessary to unfold what had happened to Elturel. He told them to start investigating some cultists, the Dead Three, Bane, Baal, and Merkel. And through their investigation, Martello and Lulu discovered that a noble family called the Van Thampers, are bankrolling cultists who worship those three gods. Martello and Lulu learned that the reason why Van Thampers are bankrolling these cultists is to spread chaos throughout the city, through the city of Baldur's Gate. And their plan is, the Van Thampers' plan is to prove the Flaming Fists are ineffective to get them to leave. And the Van Thampers hope then to take control of Baldur's Gate and ultimately to make it disappear like Elturel, believing they will get great power as reward. And so, armed with evidence that Duke Valenper was a clear and present day, so convinced that the Valempers were bad, they go to their home, their villa, and confront them, and a fight ensues, and Martello and Lulu defeat them, and they find that the mayor of Elturel was actually hiding in their basement. And through the thorough search of the house, they found this puzzle box, this infernal puzzle box. They were unable to open it, so they took it to Candlekeep, the sage. Pardon. The sage, Silvira. And she was able to unlock that puzzle box and learned that within it was a story of how Fabius Creed, this mayor, had made a deal with a fallen angel of Zariel, the archdevil of Avernus, and made a deal with Zariel to provide a great holy beacon that purged a horde of undead vampires from the city. That long ago, this city of Elturel had been taken over by vampires. And to drive them out, this mayor sought the help of Zariel, who rose an additional sun above the town, and through its radiance drove away all these vampires. The price being that some 100 years later, that the sun would go away and Zariel would be able to claim the town. And so learning that the town, through the puzzle box, the story that the town had been banished to Avernus, the sage sent them to a wizard who cast plane shift, opened a gate, and sent Martello and Lulu to Avernus. Now,
But I can only try.
you can only try. You think I'll let you? No, I won't have to let you. Or rather, Vampir's not going to let you. Anyway,
He is
Vampire.
He is vampire. Yeah.
so that is how Martello and Lulu find themselves in the streets of Elturel, somewhat surrounded by Dretch and Brox and
Lord knows what else.
Lord knows what
Lord
else.
Zariel's. Actually,
Zariel is the archdevil.
yeah, right. Should have been.
So is this a thing in the sky?
This is the moat in the sky. Which
Was
so
the mountain sky.
this is the floating city chain. So now let's go to Olak and Ruckus and Christiana. You've defeated the wizards, the red wizards led by, and the dragon cultists led by Silverin Salrajin. It's a hard name, always been a hard name for me to say. As the multiple cultists were trying to open this portal that would allow Tiamat to return to the mortal plane, and they were almost successful until you and your companions defeated them. And as the portal closed, as the defeat was imminent, the ghost of our friend Loin went away, resolved, and so the ghost was no longer needed. We might remember that Loin, our companion, died in the forest of whatever to the hands of these abominations, and as
the
he
thing with the place and the people.
yeah, I had it.
I remember it clearly.
I remember it well. Yes, I actually have the story here somewhere.
Christian knows what it
I
is.
got too involved in the fight and forgot.
Yeah, so in pursuit of the green dragon rider Narenbane in the misty forest of our adventurers entered the deadly battle with some sorrow sworn. The special, specifically, this particular battle was with the angry, the most loathsome of the sorrow sworn, the angry, an abomination, a monstrosity that somehow has slipped from the Shadowfell into the mortal plane. Deadly battle claimed the life of Loin, the team's life cleric. As Loin's life escaped him, the dark god Vampire came to him and offered him the opportunity to live if he would only commit himself to serving Vampire. Of course, our good friend Loin refused that, and we might remember in Barovia, it was Vampire that gifted Loin the ability to transform into Grolgark, the young gold dragon, for the price of the life of one humanoid growth, which made seem simple. The land was full of orcs that just needed to be killed. He himself encountered the bloodlust as he failed to do it the first time and claimed the life of one of his companions.
So delicious. No, I didn't even taste you. I just burnt you to a crisp.
It's true.
So if Glyn had accepted, he would no longer be able to transform into a gold dragon, but he would be able to transform into a vampiric dragon and would be able to harbinger of the new age of undead. Of course, he said no. So his,
He missed the reveal. The Todd's still alive.
yeah, tossed alive.
The Todd's a lich, so you can't kill him.
His dark gift was the secret of lichdom. Yeah. He's a good lich,
It's
though.
a good lich, yeah.
Good lich.
Or bad lich.
Well, only as
I mean, you've been wearing a wig this whole time. You're really bald.
as good as he ever was, but
So he turned him down, and of course he said no. So Vampire banished Gloin to Avernus, the first of the 9 hells. Though his physical presence was trapped in Avernus, Gloin was able to manifest his being as a ghost in the mortal plane. Ghost of Gloin was tasked with seeing that Tiamat was not allowed to enter Toril. But now that task is complete, and so his ghost and the ghost of the dragon is no longer in the mortal plane. So the ghost of Gloin with his team of warrior adventurers resolved the. I already said that. But okay, so you just narrowly defeated the wizards. The portals beginning to close, and you had one opportunity to jump in. Knowing your friend, at least for Olak, knowing his friend was down there, he decided to go find Gloin. Ruckus, knowing that with the defeat of the wizards that you were soon to go insane with bloodlust yourself, decided to save the mortal plane from your killing spree by throwing yourself into Avernus. Christiana, eager for adventure and the thought of the monsters in Avernus, and maybe the little bit of the charm of Ruckus. Nah, she would never admit that.
no.
And she would never admit that. Decided to go in. Maybe she can help Ruckus. Maybe she can see a whole bunch of different kinds of monsters. She jumped in after them as well. As Ruckus, or Ruckus the Wereshark, is falling through the portal and down in the ground, Vampire becomes aware that you've slipped from the mortal plane into Avernus, the first of the 9 hells. And she starts to laugh, and this is the what I said, right? So you think you can avoid your price by slipping into Avernus, and she starts to cackle these eyes. I think I even had put some eyes on
Yeah,
here.
they're out here.
They're out here somewhere.
Zoom out.
You'll have to find where we are. Yep.
There, there.
Oh, there, yeah.
The eyes appear in a cloud as you're falling. Your bloodlust is consuming you as you feel the power of the leveling, if you were, would take place. But I know you are diverted with this bloodlust. And she says, "You think you can avoid me? Zariel has given me the opportunity to put you in a place to sate your appetite." And so Vampire puts a cloud, a dark cloud, I think of it ribboned by, flames, and as you fall through that cloud, instead of hitting the ground where you were, you're transported above the city of Eltro. And
I'm flying around on a cloud?
no, you flew through a cloud that kind of transported you to the place where Vampire wanted you to go.
So instead of being over Tiamat's head,
Yeah.
you're poof over here now.
And so the cloud put me on the ground.
So now he's not with us.
You're falling
You
through.
didn't read the text.
Falling through the cloud, and you go in thinking you're going down to Tiamat. You come out going down over. That's Elturel.
You're still going to pancake.
Okay, so I'm still falling.
You're still falling.
I'm just falling somewhere different.
You're falling somewhere different over this town as you fall. Now, as a wereshark, this fall's not hurting you, right? You don't care. You crater into the streets of Elturel. You pull yourself up. You shake your head. Little birds flying around. That's fine. You look up, and you might think, "Oh,
You know.
there's some monsters." But no, you are the monster.
I don't have a taste for monsters.
You don't have a taste for these monsters. But
You don't know yet.
these
Townspeople look yummy.
townspeople that those
Well-
monsters are threatening. They do seem tasty. Seeming husband, wife, and child.
Well, okay, and what we wrote was you become chaotic evil until you randomly murder enough humanoids to satisfy the requirement. So would I actually target the humanoids, or would I just go after whatever's closest?
You know.
Okay.
You know. Vampire has given you that sense
Okay.
that you would know what's a demon and what's a humanoid.
Okay.
Crater, boom. Now, following you though was Olak and Ruckus. Now, Olak and Ruckus,
Christiana.
Christiana and Ruckus, Christiana and Olak. Thank you. I can't get my kids straight. You
There's
guys
three
gotta go check.
possibilities, and he hit it on the last one.
Christiana and Ruckus have followed you through the portal, and as you fall through, they see you're ahead of them just by a little bit, and they see this cloud with those eyes in it, and how you fall through it, and perhaps against they have the ability to fly, but they might have decided to pull themselves away, but the power of that cloud was too strong, and it sucked them in after you. So just as you fall on the ground in the speed of whatever falling is, they are sucked through and they're flying above the ground. Olak and Christiana, you see him splat. You see him pull himself up. You see that he has taken some damage, at least by your character sheet in my
Oh, yes, quite a bit. But
he's-
in this form, he's immune to bludgeoning, so
Yeah, bludgeoning, most kinds of standard damage you're immune to.
yeah, beat up, but that didn't do any more.
Piercing?
Pierce,
Maybe you should have been paying attention.
you would know. Christiana knows very well that he is immune to any type of standard physical damage. You guys are now. You two get sucked through. You're flying now. In my mind, it was 100 feet fall from the cloud to the ground below. So you're flying somewhere 100 feet up, probably 90 feet perhaps. As you get sucked through, but your flying spell that keeps you in the air, you're hovering above, and you see all this transpire, and you're just thinking, what are you gonna do? Because you've taken damage as well.
Christiana's not too bad off. Olak, on the
Gets in
other
trouble.
hand,
Olak has got some deep bludgeoning. So that is the scene for you guys.
I do have 2 normal potions of healing left.
All right. So you guys can think about that.
I have a mass healing spell.
You're not,
But I'm nowhere close to
you're
you.
not here. Yeah.
Glowing. You watched from the hills. You saw Tiamat, the 5-headed dragon, head for some rift in the sky. And I believe, if I remember correctly, you said you started to follow.
Yes. As fast as I could go.
Fast as you turned into Grolgark then.
Yes.
And but between you and them
Yes.
was the blood war. The
Yes.
war of the demons and
The green tea, these are bean. They're both good.
was the war between the demons
And the fiends.
and fiends. You have the full scene of this hellscape ahead of you. You can play the video game. Play the video game. Splitting the land is a great red river. Winds through the land. about halfway through is this moat that has appeared in just the last day or so, right? With the town on top. Massive chains anchoring it to the ground above this river, above this war. Your hope is that they're so engrossed with each other that they don't care about you.
I suppose as a dragon, I'm immune to fire. I could swim in the lava. But I probably wouldn't be any faster.
So as you're flying toward there, and you see Tiamat going to this rift in the sky that's opening, you see that, and I should show. Let's show some things here. That's because I should be here. So this,
Yeah,
that's kind of the blood war.
yeah,
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
Tuesday in hell,
yeah.
So
In other words, Monday.
Here we this is what you're trying to fly over. There's plenty of things in the sky below you as you try to fly high above it.
Yeah.
There's the moat of Earth.
That's the town, right?
Yeah.
That's
also
the-
being ripped asunder.
And remember that sun, that extra sun that was put over Elturel? Well, above the town in Avernus, that sun has been blotted out. Blotted, and so this is where I wish Bull was here. But back to glowing. Glowing, you fly over this and you see Tiamat flying toward a rift in the sky. And no, that's not Tiamat.
Okay.
Why do I keep going to the wrong keyboard?
You're gonna get to this house. You're gonna have problems.
All right, so there's another view of Avernus. There's another view of the town with the blotted sun. There's another view of Avernus. I'm sorry, Elturel chain. Here's the town. Here's a view of the land. This is a map I didn't use. There's that beautiful panorama. Here's the map we will be using. There's more. There's the Red River. So, sidebar, my mad Photoshop skills, able to take out those squares and use its own picture to fill in the shape. You would never know that I made up those squares.
Wow. Nicely done.
So that I could do that, so that I could eventually put it on
No, that's fine.
that. I will put it on top of this map, so we know where it's at. But who I want to get to? There's the little Hollyphant Lulu. But there's our friend Tiamat.
Very cute. Adorable.
Outside, somewhere below Tiamat, is this winged dark creature with a halo of fire, with devils underneath her. As she watches Tiamat fly toward the rift in the sky. This is Zariel, watches as Tiamat is denied the opportunity to leave Avernus. She's not happy about that. She was looking forward to Tiamat, a former Archduke of Avernus, two times removed. She was looking forward to Tiamat leaving, but alas, somewhere in the distance, all of you probably hear the cacophony of dragons. 5 dragons roar in anger as it's denied the opportunity to leave Avernus. Pierced lips, you see glowing seas, Grolgark sees the 5-headed dragon repulsed and flying away towards some dragon-headed cave off in the distance. And with that, slowly, in dismay, you see this rune creature turn her attention back to the war, the blood war below her. So this is when you have the opportunity to go to this new city, the city that just recently appeared in Avernus. You might have a lead to, or maybe how did they get here?
Would I have seen those guys? I mean, it's a long
Yeah,
way
it's
away.
a long way away. You might have sure to help us
Little
along.
black dots falling.
You see a couple black dots falling through as Tiamat turns and leaves. You see 1, then 2 and 3 black dots start falling into the sky, just briefly before they pass through a cloud and disappear.
And then farther away,
Reappear.
and go through the cloud. Onto
So
A little puff.
I would. So for the story's sake, your attention turns back to this new chain city that is buried, and you decide to go there to look for clues as to how you might be able to escape the city.
It seems a little safer than what's down here.
Yeah.
And what else?
Till
What
I
other
get
pictures?
there. And it
see
won't
that
be.
hundreds of dragon.
There's another picture of the blood war,
Dozens.
but this is. There might be more lore on Zariel to discover.
Okay, so this is Zariel.
This is Zariel.
Is she the one of the abyss?
She is the archdevil, the archduke, the ruler of Avernus.
So,
However,
Lawful evil. Think all lawful evil.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Whereas
So
demons are chaotic evil.
correct. Devils are intelligent, conniving, evil. Demons are murderous, chaotic, evil.
They'll kill each other. They'll eat each other.
Fools.
And
Fly.
so,
What are you doing
as
down
we
here?
zoom out, why don't you give me a D12?
Who's
Yeah.
6?
6, you come in from the due south. You fly in, as I try to grab your characters. I find it's easier if I just do a control copy and come down here and control paste. As you fly over the edge of the city, and I have another view of it here. Oh, look at those pretty eyes. Aren't those pretty eyes?
No.
They're pretty scary.
You fly up to this landmass, and you can see it's floating and tethered, but it's split in half. And so that the screen I have, maybe it's just this square of it. So instead of using this whole map, I just said, let's just use this part of it. And you see the people have tried to retreat to this high hall.
But you have an X over here that
Yeah, I
says
think
characters
it's just
arrive
from
here.
Yeah, well, that's just the map I had.
Okay.
And so, but this is not the map we're going to use. This is just to give you a sense of what that town might look like.
It's a pretty large town.
Yeah, so we're going to use this one instead.
It's the capital.
Lots of food.
Through garden.
Plenty of food.
As Leonard stares at Ruckus.
Lots of food.
So as you fly in, you see the town is somewhat on fire. All these people, these are townsfolk.
I wonder if because you've made me level up twice.
Yeah, you did. You had claimed plenty of life before you turned into a ghost.
Okay.
So the people have been
'Cause I
barricaded.
would be helping him.
Yeah, you would have been. That would be even worse. Why don't we just run an evil campaign?
Yeah!
You
And I should have accepted the vampire
just about
dragon.
to say, you had an opportunity. You could have.
Yeah! Just think how powerful I would be as a vampire dragon.
Yeah.
Now we're working.
You
with
could have
that.
been. You ruled the land with an iron fist. There'd be no crime.
I feel like
There's
the
no
adventure
crying
would be
in
honest
Avernus.
is stop growing
Crime.
the evil now dragon. If you had accepted.
Yeah.
So you fly over this town, over this.
I'm sure I might be given a second chance.
By us, because we know you, but
No, by her.
by the
A second
God.
chance to be bad.
Vampire.
yeah.
She'll.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
she's
She's still holding out hope she can
Yeah,
pull.
exactly.
Come on, Gloy.
So you fly over this building, and you can see that they kind of got different levels. There's some looks like true knights, right? People that are well equipped, soldiers, right? And they're in hand-to-hand battle with these loathsome ape-like creatures.
That aren't humanoid.
Well, I mean, they have legs and arms and a head, sure, but they're not the humanoids that would sate your taste. However, these knights might be.
Mm-hmm.
And so they've blocked off this section of the town, holding a wall, if you would. But as you fly through, you see that they have these winged creatures, these winged demons, are flying from above, carrying 2 of these at a time up to the landmass, dropping them off and going back down to get more.
Gee, I wonder if they're immune to fire. They are in Avernus.
Well, there's only one way to find out. So, you see one of these carrying 2 of them flying up. As you fly over, maybe you deal with them, right? Maybe you
Just for the fun of it, I'll give them a fire blast.
Yeah, you should.
What the hell?
What the hell?
What's the worst thing that could happen?
What the hell? What's the worst thing that could happen?
What's the Avernus?
You go to the
I would-
second level.
I'm almost thinking anything that lives in Avernus is probably immune to fire.
So you hit it with your fire. You take your deep breath and you blast it with your coat. And the 2 ape-like creatures, they burn up, but perhaps slower than you might have expected. And they die to the overwhelming flame blast. Say, why don't you give me your damage just to see? How much damage is your?
55.
Yeah. So, well more. Half is still well more. Even if they save, that's still more than the hit points in this Dretch has. As the 2 of them succumb to the flames and fall to their death. The bird-like creature, the flying demon, though, again, it doesn't catch fire like you'd hope. It does take some damage, and it wings over and turns itself and spots you, and it starts flying towards you.
Good. Come closer, my dear.
Said the spider to the fly.
Yeah.
And as it gets closer, it releases a cloud of spores that surround you, and Grolgark needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, Constitution.
Unless you're immune to poison.
Are you immune to poison?
Go. Gloin is.
Is Grolgark?
He's resistant.
All right, so you'll take half of this.
I don't know about the dragon. He's immune to fire. Okay, so anyway, Constitution saving throw. Constitution plus 9. So it's 22.
Was it saving throw?
Yeah.
You pass. So you would take 15 points of poison damage, and you pass, so you're not poisoned. But you feel like the air is thick with this, and that if you failed, that maybe you would have been restricted, right? And so as you're battling this thing in the air, as you're following each other around,
I want to close with it.
yeah, as you're tumbling around each other in the sky,
Yeah.
all right. I don't really want to go through this battle.
Okay.
You're gonna kill it, right?
Okay.
But you notice
Yes.
a shark.
Oh, great. I know who that is.
I know him.
We used to work together.
Work together.
He's a friend from work.
It is so good to see.
Wham!
Puny God.
Don't worry, Ruckus. I'll get you out of there.
Okay, so that's the background story. All right. An hour later, I got you all to the same town. You have bad things to hit you to battle. Maybe you'll join up. We'll see. Why don't we roll initiative, and that will establish a turn order.
I'm ready when you are.
Hanover,
14.
14. Ruckus,
Lucky 13.
13.
6.
6 for Glenn.
7.
7 for Cristiano. Martello,
10.
10. And Olak,
12.
12. You guys had great rolls.
Well, not always.
Save the big ones for when they matter.
Yeah.
All right.
I even have advantage. It's one of my features.
What are you? What kind of?
I have advantage on initiative.
What are you?
I'm a war cleric.
Okay.
But I think my amulet
Let's
gives me
see.
that.
So first we have Panlamir. Panlamir, you've stepped out of your inn, you've stepped out of a building, and this town that was beginning to grow on you.
This was not in the HLA. Or what was the?
This was not in the brochure.
Yeah, the homeowners association. What am I trying to say? The H.
So you can see
HOA.
there's
Thank you.
5 of these ape-like creatures on the ground, and up above, on top of a roof, you could see a flying demon starting to fly away.
I would know these demons, right?
Huh?
I would know what these are.
So the demon they're dretches, right? We've said that. The flying demon is a Vrock, V-R-O-C-K, Vrock.
So I'm assessing it's an invasion. I'm not okay. It's happened. We're in hell. I am, and I know the town, right? 'Cause I've
Yes, you've
here.
been in town for a few days,
So I'm thinking
weeks perhaps.
from a safety point of view, people would be going to the central hall.
Yeah, and you would be aware of that.
And so that's where I'm going to head.
You would probably even know that this Grand Duke, older Raven, whatever. What was his name?
Krieg.
Well, that's the
No,
mayor.
that's the
That's the
mayor.
mayor
The
who
mayor, I'm sorry.
betrayed
No,
me.
this guy that was tricked into coming as it was, as the town was about to be, where'd he go?
So that's where I'm going to make my way. I'm going to start my way there.
Older Raven Guard, is that what it says?
Yeah, Raven Guard.
So you would know that he's in town, and so there's at least that. But
So I'm going to make my. You can take me whichever the quickest path to that would be.
well, the quickest path is this way.
You can't go back through the building, go out the back door.
Yeah.
Not much better.
I'm going back inside.
Okay, you want to run through the building?
Sure.
You go back inside, and you poke your head out, and right there's 3 more. Either way you go.
All right. Do they see me?
I'm gonna say no. I mean, you're careful and you know the town's under siege. So as you come out, you kind of open the door and peek out, and you can see that these creatures, they seem to be going in and out of buildings looking for people.
I will try to sneak across to the next house.
All right.
Unless it's in flames.
No.
No?
Well, I mean, many of the buildings are in flames.
But it looks structurally sound. It's just like there's fire on
Well,
top.
for now.
This end is not in flames.
So,
That's
yeah,
as good as you're going to do it.
It could be just the roof. It could get through.
Right.
So you're gonna run through. I think that's okay. That's not very far, right? As you dash across, and they seem to be distracted. As you come through, you come up behind and you hear nervous people, unsettled, fighting against two of these things. You come up behind, you see a woman and a child, and a man holding off two of these things with a pitchfork.
So that's like 2 turns. Do you want me to keep going?
This is good. Yeah, this is good. So we'll stop there. Ruckus. You had initiative.
Mm-hmm. And the guy with the pitchfork looks like the closest humanoid I see, yeah?
Or his wife.
You should always take them as a pair.
It's a match set.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
So we just like roll evens odds to see which one I go after? Or is he protecting his family?
He is well distracted by these two Dretch that are attacking him. Much easy picking is the woman. I think that's who you'd go for.
Okay.
I hate to be dark.
No, it's my fault for not eating enough people when I had the chance. We did have a lot of humanoids around. There was other stuff going on.
So what's your movement?
In this form, I think. Hang on.
It's a big question.
I'm not swimming, so I'm faster when I'm swimming. But I think it doesn't say anything special about walking, so I guess it's still 30.
All right, that's good news.
For the
Buys
woman.
them a turn.
You move, and you don't quite get there. You have no reach, right? So your next, so you take your turn to dash
Okay.
up to the woman. All right. Well, that gives someone else a chance maybe to do something.
Candygram.
I'm gonna move things around here a little bit. I know by roll scribe that you would be next,
Okay.
but I think it makes more sense to have at this point to have Christiana and Olak. Actually, Olak would have been next anyway. I can move Christiana up in the turn order to be right after Olak, so we can do that all at once. So, Olak, you're flying above this burning town. You've just seen Ruckus faceplant in the road and pull himself off. Get up and start charging toward a building. You may not even, because at this, you can see that they're kind of inside this. This is a building, right? And so these guys would be underneath the awning of this building. You may not even see those people, but yet you know what's going on with him.
Oh yeah.
So you're hovering.
I'm sure the bloodlust is coming through all this telepathy too.
In my mind, you probably lowered yourself to, I don't know, 30 feet.
We already knew Ruckus was
Yeah.
unstable before this,
Oh yeah.
so
Well, he told you what was going on. I don't
Yeah, the
remember
few
if he
days-
included this
yeah.
detail.
well, the few days leading up to this, Ruckus was
Well, that's true. He was having trouble.
sort of red bean, like a sweet red bean. Those are green tea.
Yeah.
He was okay.
So Olak,
Yeah, you knew he was. That's true. You knew he was losing his grip. So
Yeah,
your
Not that
cheeks
far,
swollen with bruises, blood maybe coming off some open sores, as you are not feeling so great.
no, I'm not. Okay, I'm gonna do probably a silly thing, but I currently have 60 feet of flying, unless I want to take damage and then I can go more. But I would like to fly and park myself right next to Ruckus.
Okay. Would you
And
like?
out of curiosity, on my way down, is there a prison-looking structure that maybe we could deposit Ruckus in so he could work this off?
I like how you're thinking, and I don't like to ever say no.
Well, here we go.
Alright,
Fake question.
so that's...
Odds, nearly impossible.
Oh,
It's a town.
the town's got a jail
Oh,
somewhere.
I'm sure there's a town somewhere. Is there one right here where he can see one? Would he be aware of it? Nearly impossible. No. I'm saying there's a chance, right?
That's right.
Nearly.
So you're saying there's a chance?
Maybe Warlock spend time in that jail. You know, right?
Is the jail right across the street?
So,
Oh, look, it's
And
fence
clearly
circles.
marked.
is
the constabulary.
there
This way to
a
jail.
jail within sight? All right, chaos rank. I don't.
We did fly in. We got a chance to look around a bit.
Sure, from the rooftops. Sure. All right, nearly impossible. Chaos rank 6. Is there
on the
a
roof?
Hey, well, let's see. I don't know. Let's see. Exceptional no. Matter of fact,
Oh no.
there's a jail there, but it's blown to bits. The roof's off. Let's see. It isn't. Maybe it's right here. Let's zoom in on this and see what it is. Yeah, this is jail. This is jail right here. You see the bars laying on the side. You know, there was obviously some sort of cage there that might have been perfect. You know, yesterday.
He was looking for victims for Ruckus.
Oh well.
It wasn't so much about sending Ruckus
Feed them the
to
prisoners.
Oh no. Okay, let's go with that. Not only is the jail cell there, but there's these dead bodies laying charred on the ground.
Do they have to be alive for you to eat them?
Yeah.
Darn.
Yeah.
Even a slight glimmer of life in them?
It's like
I
twitching
have
count.
to kill them. That's the requirement.
I could resurrect several of them so you could eat them.
Just resurrect the same guy. And again.
That's
I mean, as you fly around and you see that jail cell blown up, dead bodies and everything, you just shake your head in crap.
Yeah. Would have been too easy.
So,
Okay.
Are you hovering?
What do
Are
we
you
do
hovering
first time?
above him, or are you literally landing
No,
next to him?
Didn't
yeah,
he do
I'm
this
getting off the
before?
ground. I need to be within base contact.
No, he did too. Didn't he?
So
In
I
the swamp
What are you talking about?
am
Did we
going
go crazy
to
ones? before?
use my Thunder Gauntlets.
Oh,
Because I'm hoping Thunder damage
Some
is
of it.
not one of the things he's immune to. And I'm going to attack him twice with it. I'm going to actually use my Giant Slayer Longsword for the roll though, because the Thunder Gauntlets have a new effusion attached to them, and since I haven't actually had a long rest, that doesn't apply. So for math's sake, I'm rolling the other thing because it has the right numbers.
What kind of damage does your sword do? It may not do
Slashing.
any.
That's why I'm actually using my Thunder Gauntlets, but it doesn't have the right number bonuses on it. So instead of causing confusion by having to subtract numbers, I'm rolling the wrong thing.
Your sword isn't magical?
It is magical, but he's immune to slashing. Like, it doesn't matter.
But is immune to magical slashing? No.
Yeah,
No.
I thought so.
No.
Okay.
No.
Well, you're about to find out.
Magical damage from magical weapons takes effect.
Okay.
Okay, well, but either way, I still want to use my Thunder Gauntlets because it has a secondary effect.
So,
So does a 28 hit?
of course, I certainly it would.
Yeah,
And I'm assuming a 13 does not hit.
that is true.
Alright, so here's your damage for a lousy 6 thunder, sorry.
So,
Six.
But
Is that
hopefully
magical?
works.
Yes.
Okay. 6 thunder.
Well, thunder wouldn't. You would be affected by thunder damage either way.
Yeah.
It's not on your list of things you're immune to.
Oh, it's not bludgeoning? Okay. Okay. So
Alright,
6
a
thunder.
creature hit. Yeah, 6 thunder. A creature hit by the gauntlet has disadvantage on attack rolls against targets other than myself.
Okay.
So I'm hoping to make it harder for you to hit someone else.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Okay.
Christiana.
Now I'm wondering if my arrow attacks are magical. Well, I
I thought they were.
there's like 3 or 4 things stacked on top of
I
each
know.
other, so finding all the details
Yeah,
is
yeah. Welcome to level 12, 13, right? Nothing's easy.
No, I
Yeah.
do. Because I think I would have done. I don't remember at this point if I did a crimson right on my weapon.
Give me your stuff. Your thing here. I should think about it.
You did, because you were doing extra lightning damage at the end of the last attack, last battle.
Okay. Okay, cool. So, I will move over to where I can see Ruckus,
Okay.
and I will fire off a bolt. And let me see. So this can right, taking extra 1d6 of damage. So on activating, I do an extra 1d6 of magical. Oh, thanks. Okay.
You happy here?
Yeah.
Nice and out in the open.
A
Probably
natural
floating
one.
up in the air though.
It's
Yeah.
Does a 14 hit?
even more out in the open.
No.
Okay. This first one misses. Does a 27 hit?
Oh, gee, let me check.
Well, 28 did a second ago, so you never know.
You never know with a,
Yeah, the 28 just barely hit up here.
Grayson.
Hit a tooth.
another one. So 7 plus another d6 of non-lethal. Rolling a lot of ones. Okay, 8 points.
Of magical piercing?
Magical piercing thunder, I think you said, or lightning or something like that.
Lightning.
Lightning for the one.
Magical.
Okay.
Non-lethal.
So you're flying over the square and just shot me with an arrow. So it hits him and he kind of turns around like, Cupid! Face down.
Nice.
Oh, you're almost down
I am down.
on that little damage?
There must have
I was
been-
not in good shape when I got here. What did you, 7, 8? What did you do? And that
8.
Was
doesn't
eight.
really matter.
I thought I was gonna have to get involved.
We got really lucky here.
Well, you might still be involved because you're gonna protect the people
Now,
from
does he
the.
remain a were-shark? I assume he probably does.
If
does
you're
it-
reduced to.
I.
What's it say? What's it say?
It just says if you transform to the were-shark hybrid form and become chaotic evil until so I think I would stay in that form.
Sadly, the Dretch attacking this townsperson with basic armor class of like 10, right? One of which rolled a critical hit. Swipe, 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 when finally one catches him across the side of the face, taking down Papa Bear Smurf. This guy is no more.
It's sad.
Is it?
Probably better off, really. In the grand scheme of things.
Well, I mean,
Dying by
Did he
dredging.
say anything? Because then we have to put him in the credits.
Yeah.
All right. On to the next batch. Martello
Sure enough.
and Lulu. And Lulu's like, I kind of remember this place. Well, not the city, but I remember. The sky seems familiar. And these creatures. Those are demons. Let's get them.
Absolutely.
And she flies head on into this guy right here. And with a charge attack.
So no one's playing Lulu but you?
Yeah.
She is just the NPC.
If it wasn't these.
What are you going to do?
Oh. She's targeted. Okay. Well, the two nearest me are up in the air, right? They're up on a roof or something.
So, yeah, let's back up just a little bit. Yeah, we have this roof. You see a very large winged creature.
Yeah.
And over the top, you can see a couple more of these kind of eyes looking around and being down on you. Not to mention a couple over here that don't seem to be paying attention to you.
Awesome.
But she just went for this one that's coming down the steps.
Mm-hmm.
They are obviously know you're there.
Yeah. Okay. All right. What's the sheet say? Sheet says. How far can I get towards the next one? The one next to Lulu's person or critter. Can I get one of them?
Your movement speed is 30.
Let's doubly check.
Yeah, you're not going to quite get there with 30.
Okay. Well, but it'll put me in proximity to her. Put me as far
Matter
as.
of fact, Holly had to move and dash. Oh, no, her flies 120 feet, so she got there.
Yeah. But 30 will get me to the base of the stairs near
Yeah,
her? Okay.
absolutely.
All right. So normal movement, 30 feet to the base of the stairs.
Where would you like to be?
Over there.
Like
Up,
here?
up. Yeah. Yeah, thereabouts. Yeah.
All right.
And then I will cast Shield of Faith on myself. Give myself a boost. And two. Perfect. Okay, that worked. All right, so I've got myself in position, and I've cast Shield of Faith.
All right. That's your turn.
Yep.
All right. The Dretch, and I don't know a better way to. They fart. They have a fart attack. A 10-foot radius of disgusting green gas extends out from the Dretch. Come on, that's a fart.
I feel like some teenagers probably created dretches. Teenage boys. More
That's the
specifically.
target. I want not that. This.
What attack does the demon have? He's a fart attack.
Yes, this. He hit you with an SBD spell. Oh, double up. Look out.
All right. And that's their turn, and now let's go on to Gloin. Gloin, you just dealt with that rock. You're flying over town. You see a wereshark, followed by two companions that you remember.
Yes.
And off to your right, you see a whole line of those demon creatures.
Are they in a straight line? He can just strafe.
Maybe straight enough.
Good.
Well, I mean, I don't.
For good alignment for a cone.
They're demons. They're probably immune to fire damage.
Well,
You know, because you hit 2 of them already.
Yeah.
they do burn.
They could have saved them, and if they make a DC 17 dexterity saving throw. I forgot to tell you that part.
Yeah. Didn't matter. The amount of damage you did was enough.
Half would have been more than enough.
Well, half and half. Because, I kind of intimated that they're resistant.
I have forgotten what all my spells were, so.
Yeah, well, Avernus will do that to you.
Yeah, because I didn't want to expose myself and die. It's a 30-foot. Let's go ahead. Yeah, 30-foot cone. Well, first of all, you forget something.
How many humanoids did you need to kill?
Many?
20?
More than 10, less than 100?
You guys wouldn't know. We already gave you a lot of above the table.
Oh,
if you
a
like.
6. Never mind.
Important thing is you're unconscious.
Turn
Wow.
30 feet. Cone. So make sure I'm not hitting any of the humans.
You're going to
Where
try.
did you come from?
It's a 30-foot cone.
He's
How-
flying just like you are, right?
Wrong one.
My head's been in like,
Yeah.
what were you doing?
Oh, look at that.
Nice.
I mean, you can even move forward a little bit. So you can get all these guys.
So I move that way a little bit so I can swing it around.
Sure, why not?
Move up.
So you get these, you're going to get these 6, right? Maybe the one right underneath you, you're not going to. So you can move this up like this, right? And I don't know, can I pivot this?
It's that dot right there in the middle of the arch.
There you go.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, that gets all 7.
Yeah.
Just like that.
Yeah, so unless I want to roll it, it's 55.
Yeah. As you blast them with your fire attack, and they all just kind of collapse.
Nice.
Crispy critters.
Alright. The problem is, you don't know how many more are. Come on, Dave. Unless you do something about it, more are just going to become.
I know.
Back up.
I know. We need to get together and figure out what's happening and formulate a plan. Right now, it's just mass confusion.
And as you do that, you hear, huzzah! And these guys press forward.
Nice.
All right. I think that's your turn. Panlamir,
Okay.
you just saw that were-shark creature go down, but you also saw the dad go down, and these 2 dretch, well, at least this one, steps up to the young boy and his mom.
So bonus action, I'm going to cast magic stones into my hand. I'm going to hand them to the boy as I push him out of the way. Take these. And then I'm going to take my runes wake.
You push him aside.
Yeah. And step through. I said, throw these if they get past me. And then I throw these at them.
You throw what at him?
Throw the stones.
I thought the boy had the stone.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's telling the
Telling
boy,
the
throw
boy-
these if he...
Yeah.
Throw these at them if
Yeah,
they get
sure.
past me.
What are you doing?
And then I take runes wake and I make 2 attacks. after using Booming Blade. So
You cast Booming Blade.
cast Booming Blade and then make my 2 attacks.
Okay.
Like cast Magic Stone.
Bonus action, action.
Bonus action. Magic Stone is cantrip.
Yes, and it's a cantrip. So is Booming. Actually, Magic Stones is a cantrip and Booming Blade is a cantrip.
Okay.
One is a bonus action, one is an action.
Okay. I think that's legal.
And yes, I looked it up because I was like, oh, can
Yeah,
I do
I'm just
some
trying to follow.
cantrips?
'Cause yeah, you're doing a lot. Okay.
And so then I will run up to the first one, and I am going to Booming Blade the first one. Let me go to my attacks here. Rune's Wake is my packed weapon, so it's my hex weapon. And why can't I do it that way? Go in here. That's weird, because on the computer I can press a button here and it rolls it all. But here I don't have that option. So let's see what happens. It didn't do it. So I'm not happy that
What was that?
that's just the animation.
It says you rolled a 1d6.
If you click on the +10, it might roll.
1d6 plus 6.
That was the yeah.
Yeah, but if you hit like on the plus whatever to hit, that might roll a die for you.
Yeah, you click on the plus whatever to hit.
Right. But now I'm gonna have to manually add Booming Blade. So 28's gonna hit.
Mm-hmm.
And then 1d6 for 10. Then now I've got to go out, go to Booming Blade. This is gonna be painful.
There's also these things.
For the purpose of this, you kill the one in front of you.
All right. I would have done something like 25, 30 damage.
Yeah. Good.
And then I do the same thing again to the next one.
You step forward.
Yeah. And I stab again. And it will be 27.
27 to hit. All right. With all that damage, assuming you can do more than like 15 points of damage.
Right. It's Booming Blade. It'll be like.
These are obviously peon infantrymen. These are not the difficult ones.
And then I'll yell to the guards, come get these citizens and take them to safety.
Yep.
And then I'll look at Olak and say, do you have that thing? Pointing at Ruckus, the shark.
So you
Well,
don't know any of us, do
Yeah,
you?
Ken, did you hear me? Yeah.
Ah, I was muted. That's why no one could respond to my questions.
Did you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yep.
I got him 100%, and his voice is definitely not shaking.
Yes?
It's got good
As you,
I got it.
he lays there dead, and he asks you that question, and you say, "Well, yeah," and then you kick him again just for good measure. I think he's dead. Stay dead, or he's at least unconscious. Okay, that was Panlamir.
And I might say the last thing is we need to get as many citizens to safety.
Ruckus, give me a Constitution saving throw. You're not dead. You were knocked unconscious.
That was a non-fatal.
No.
So this is to
Oh,
wake
so it's
up.
not, don't have to do death saves?
Correct.
It's a constitution.
So I'm saying you're knocked unconscious. There's so much going on here. Do
Do
you stay unconscious?
Okay, so
What are you gonna do if you
So
go
what?
dead?
Well, he says you're a hit point.
I'm gonna say 15 Constitution. No. You put him down?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's too late. 15 Constitution.
Give him 1 hit point if he wakes up. Something like that.
I did not know.
All right. So he kicked you, and wasn't enough to rouse you. Ulak, As you kicked him, and you was nervous there for a second, but he stayed unconscious. What do you?
Yeah.
Now, off in the distance, you see a dragon just put down a bunch of those dredge. Now, oh, I should say, oh boy. Now, here's a problem, Panlamer. We'll hand wave it this time, but every time one of those demons are killed, they leave a pool of black ichor. And you would know, you don't want to get that on you. So I'm going to say,
aliens all over.
you push the woman back and you're here.
Maybe tell her to go out the window.
Well, you have them go around some way, yeah. But probably not around by the were-shark. And the boy walks off with your magic stones.
He only has them until I cast him again.
Yeah, well,
So he's going to be in a situation where... Did he leave?
I can do it!
the soldier runs up.
Where's the
Come,
slingshot?
son. There's nothing we can do for your father now. Get in the protection of the hall. And they run off. Olak, it's your turn. As we pan out, you can see probably flying over the top of the roof. You can see two more of these guys flying toward the area. So
Alright, so with Ruckus laying flat on the ground,
okay.
I shall turn and throw a firebolt at the thing carrying the 2 extra things.
Sure. Go for it. Was it a
And
save
then
or?
I finally remembered I have heroism on myself, so I get a D4.
Oh yeah.
Woo woo.
What's he shooting at?
Those.
So coming over the top of the
Oh, okay.
is another one of these things.
Carrying 2 crit. What are they called? Cracks?
Dretch.
Dretch.
Also,
So a 20.
Minnie and Delta are with us.
Okay.
Oh, you're robots?
We brought them through.
I thought they were.
They're also
Killed up
not
in
in
the
the best of
battle.
shape, so they're
not in good shape.
important.
Remember, honestly. Ken rewatched the battle though, so he remembers all the details of.
Yeah, I rewatched the last little bit.
And they didn't die?
Well, they're not
Oh
in good
no,
shape.
they're Minnie passed the death saves, but need some work.
So he's
whatever
unconscious.
Christiana's is called.
And they're
not blown up.
what are they in? Some sort of bag of holding?
That's what I envisioned. Stuck
Alright.
them in there as we were.
Sure they are. They're in a bag of holding.
Okay,
Ken
so
also said I
Either
grabbed
that or they're slung over our shoulder.
one of the magic bags of magic explosive powder.
Okay. Add it as long put it in your inventory.
Yeah. Okay.
Olak,
Okay, so
you
it's
just
a-
fired
26 to hit.
26 will hit.
Alright, and 16 fire damage, which I'm sure would be really useful here.
Yeah. I mean, you hit it and it did some damage. Maybe not as
Did
much
something- okay.
maybe not as much as you thought.
Well, no, that's about what I was expecting.
I think we're in hell, and what you need is radiant damage.
Right.
Maybe.
Me and my very, very robust sources of radiant damage. Alright, that's my turn.
Alright. That was Olak. Christiana.
Christiana is gonna fly over, and she's gonna, on the way over, she's gonna shout out, "Great to see you, Gloin. We need some cover. Just watch our backs." And she's gonna fly over to Olak and land on the ground. Actually, next to Ruckus. And she said, "Okay, here's the plan. I'm gonna put my manacles on Olak." She pulls out her manacles and put them on Ruckus. we're gonna get Ruckus into his tiny hut
Jeep.
thing. I forget what
Oh,
was
the
it?
mansion?
The tiny mansion.
Yeah.
Oh, still have that.
Well, I don't. So when I turn into a wereshark, do I still?
Well, you just unturned,
You're
right?
just unturned because the
No.
manacles turn you back.
Oh, those manacles. Okay.
Yes.
Not the fuzzy ones.
So I
but-
Not the fuzzy
so
ones.
so I have myself and I have my backpack, and you can find.
She made
stuff.
sure she grabbed the right one.
Okay. Wrong pocket.
And I could just see Hannah looks at. I think your friend has a condition.
Are we going to be quoting movies all night?
Yes.
Well,
Have
yeah.
you met us?
How
Yeah.
many years?
Okay, so we're gonna put Ruckus in his tiny mansion. We're gonna find a nice room for him, and then I'm gonna magically lock the door so he can't get out. And then when we figure out what we're gonna do with Ruckus, we can let him out.
Awesome.
Okay. It's a lamp, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're the genie.
Yeah.
So you stuff me in the lamp and locked it somehow.
Well, locked a room inside your lamp.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll put you in a
Your
room.
lamp has one of those magnificent mansions inside of it.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
We know how to get in and all that, and how to drag your body in. And
Okay.
Just, I
It's
think
not the first time we've had
this
to do
deserves the manacles. Those are yours. You know how to use those manacles. It was intended. That's your job. That's free. This mansion, digging it out, opening it up, locking it. This feels like there needs to be a check here. It doesn't have to be very high, but I'm thinking our Arcana check.
I'm on board with that.
I'm thinking DC 8.
He's used it before.
Well,
They-
But
You-
it's been
I
a
know
while.
it's funny.
It was opened for him.
True.
I'm gonna pass the roll. Don't worry.
Okay.
I have advantage +5 plus an extra 1d4. You make it more difficult. Go on, but
Yeah. No, it shouldn't be that hard. Just don't roll a natural one.
You
then.
I rolled a
Rub the
nat
lamp
20,
and speak the
so-
command word. So, did you remember the magic word? That's the
Apparently
question.
he did.
Apparently
I
he
did.
Yeah.
Yeah. I even
But
pronounced it correctly.
In addition to that, he had to figure out how to lock this. How do you lock that room?
I have a spell. Arcane Lock.
Perfect. Perfect. I like all of it.
So I cast Arcane Lock, and until
Of course, you're inside the lamp. At the end of this turn, you and he are inside this lamp.
there's a reason I told Gloin to watch our backs.
Okay. And the manacles change me back,
Yes.
and that's all, right?
You are still ravenous. You are still murderous.
Are there
That does
creatures
not-
inside the lamp that take care of it?
No.
Only if there's servants if I conjure them.
His harem is
Can you then eat them?
No.
No.
They don't
They're
count.
magic.
It's like an unseen servant type.
Yeah,
okay.
But we found a room with it's probably the pool room. There's like only one way in, one way out. You know.
Good, because he needs to be able to.
It's
swim
the
around.
atrium at the back of the house, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you still got the manacles on him, so he can't turn into a wereshark.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
Nicely done.
You may live.
Well, you may at least not be killed by your own someone from your own party.
Yeah.
That was just
Little
500
circle is turning towards you.
You
It's
should-
like, oh,
You
he's
should
gonna
hear.
die before you get the chance to meet everyone.
You should hear Olaf's other proposal since the prison didn't work out.
Olaf was freaking out.
Well, unfortunately, one of our most powerful members is now of no use to us.
So
now.
Olaf's next proposal is to find a hospital and feed the wounded to Ruckus.
They're wounded in hell. They're not gonna live. Let's make use of them.
Lulu
Like that's not very lawful.
starts
good.
gasping and flies away so that she can catch her breath.
That stinks.
Literally.
Literally.
Martello.
Right.
From the building to the south, you hear screams of a young lady what sounds like a screams of a young lady.
Oh, swell.
Lady in distress.
And you've been celibate for a long time.
And it's been a long.
It's a damsel in distress.
I'm in distress. Imperial River Guardianless. Okay. Well. So this one down here.
This building right here.
Okay. All right. Damsel in distress. All right. Well. Sure. Why not?
Run around and go in the building.
Yeah. Let's do that. Hopefully, it doesn't use all my movement.
Yeah. All your movement to get in there.
Really?
Well, come on, it was pretty close.
You can take more than one turn. Or two.
But you
Well.
don't, you go in, it's smoke. So okay, no, you're right. So no, that's about 30 feet right there.
Okay.
It's pretty close, right?
Yeah.
You take a step in, and you're looking around, and it seems full of smoke, and you're looking. You hear somewhere in the back of this building.
Well. Okay.
Press forward.
Sure. Why not?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get.
And when you get about halfway through, that's where about 10 of these guys step out of the shadows and surround you.
Awesome. All right.
Here's where you start looking for your area of effect spells.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Like
that,
a cantrip.
this
I think scrambling is.
do you-
what-
this was maneuvered by the DM specifically to ensure that I couldn't do that. So,
Like Word of Radiance.
sure enough.
Well, this is like when they set up Iron Man to do one of his pirouette.
Well, yeah, you
I'm
like to
setting
think-
you up for a heroic moment here, buddy. That's all I'm doing.
next turn.
Do you have one of those deadly farts?
And then this is, where are you going?
There's people in trouble.
Martello! And it opens the door and sees some pop. It's like, why did you go in here?
I heard a cry for help, and I didn't want to go into the stink cloud. So this is where I'm at.
Now you're gonna be surrounded with these.
All right.
So you moved and you've dashed. You have a bonus action.
Yes. Kill all demons.
You'd like to think that, wouldn't you? Actions. Bonus. What do we have to choose from?
Where's the puppy? Well, not so.
Well, normally the puppy would stay up here with April, but with us up here, she went to visit Grandma.
Took the dog with her?
Yeah.
Darn. I forgot all about the dog.
There's no.
No bonus actions.
Well, not that really played, because it says when you use an attack action, but I can't do that because I've dashed, so I can't do that. Everything else is some kind of a support thing or regain or nope. Center of the crowd. Maybe next turn.
And through the busted down open at the very end of the building, not paying any attention to you, you see three very large, well, maybe just the first one, very large-ish creatures. Obviously much more dangerous looking than those ape-like creatures.
They're part of the town defense, right?
These are the Hell Riders we were talking about.
Yeah, the statues that came to life and now they're defending the town, right?
Right. Yeah.
That's a great idea.
No.
If only it was true.
Alright.
The first thing that came to
Glowing.
So there's no lady in here. This was all a ruse.
It was all a ruse.
Got it.
It's a trap!
Yep.
And you fell for it.
Sure enough.
Okay, so I'm over.
And you're not even a paladin.
Yeah, you just blasted these three, but you hear whoosh, whoosh from behind you.
They're still up in the air.
They are.
I will
Roll to see if you get your breath weapon back.
Well, that, but I'm not going to use the weapon.
I'm just saying.
That's a 1. Nope. No, Sacred Flame.
You spin around
Dex 18 save.
and try to hit the rock with a sacred flame. This roll is a +2.
None of my spells are sacred.
Oh, and it's a magical attack, so it has advantage.
It's because you're an unholy combination of shark and man.
Oof. Nat 20 and stuff.
Unnatural 20, but yeah.
No.
Well, that's
The
it.
dice
Oh,
showed
it is
a 20.
It is a natural 20.
It's a cantrip, so
Yeah. Okay. So half. This is radiant.
yeah.
Okay.
He rolled a 20 though.
Yeah. So he doesn't take any damage.
No,
Okay. No damage.
if you pass. I'm trying to figure out spells that I have that do radiant damage. That probably will work better against these things. But that didn't work.
You have movement if you want movement.
I should have just attacked him. They would have fallen and got hurt and maybe died.
They're not that far above the roof.
Oh,
Bonus action.
I don't
You,
think
you
I-
have movement if you want to move. That's what you have, unless you have a bonus action, right?
Well, can I move and ram him?
No, your attack was
Yeah. So I don't know where I would move. No.
so you're just kind of hovering right there.
Yeah.
All right, and on their turn, he drops these guys who slide down the building, and this guy flies back off and dives off this edge of off the edge of the moat.
Who's their Uber?
All right, so that was Gloin. Back to Pamela.
Really, back to me already. Okay.
Surveying, you just saw these two get dropped off, and the big guy flies away. You see a dragon hovering over them that you saw blast a whole bunch of them with its fiery breath.
Seems like he's probably okay.
Can I jump over the?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
great.
It's just a 5-foot puddle.
Yeah. So I'll jump over that. And the mother made it out of there too, right?
Yeah, they circled around.
Well, who's underneath Christiana?
Ruckus.
Oh,
Ruckus.
the ruckus. I was still looking for the shark. Okay, so I will start looking at these guys. I would say, I think you guys should get under some safety, and I'm gonna head towards the army guys, the soldiers, and say, direct me to your.
Yeah, so you run up to the guards and says, they say, "Thank you for your help. You better get to the safety of the hall."
Okay, no.
They don't know you. They don't know how powerful you are.
Yeah, and I'm not.
So you move and you dash, right? That seems pretty far, right?
Yeah.
All right. The dretch. Let's see here.
I can't see anything, right? I mean, well, I guess I could do an action. I don't.
Oh, you dashed.
I won't dash then
All right. I'll put you back over here.
because I'm sure I'm within 120 feet of those.
Yeah, certainly.
So I will Eldritch Blast them. And 19 to hit.
Sure.
And looks like 13 damage.
That's not quite enough.
Well, that was the first of 3.
Okay.
So second one,
As you huff and puff.
18 to hit. And 7 more.
That first one's down.
And then the last one, that's 29 to hit. and that's 8. So damage on the last.
All right.
Yeah, but they were dinged on.
Not these two.
No, these are the ones that just got dropped in.
But
No, he didn't hit him.
He didn't hit him.
oh,
It was a
that's right.
cantrip, so it was all
I used a
nothing.
cantrip and they passed.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Actually, I used a cantrip on the big guy.
And he passed.
Right.
Okay. That's Vandermeer's turn. And let's go Ruckus and Olak and Christiana. So Ruckus, you just saw not Ruckus. Oh, you're penned up, right? For now, you're out of
And
action. Unconscious and manacled and thrown in a jail cell in your own tiny.
A luxurious jail.
A padded cell.
All right.
So you want to do another con save to see if I wake up?
Sure, yeah,
I did.
yeah. I mean, you wake up in your own place, but you have these manacles on you, and it's like you have this taste for blood, but you
And
can't
where-
do anything
So you locked me in a room, but you're outside.
outside of the room,
I'm outside the
Okay.
but still in the
Okay.
mansion.
I'm like right outside. Right out. You're inside of the door. I'm outside of the
Yeah.
door.
Okay.
Right now.
So, all right. So this is chaotic evil. Am I completely out of my mind?
Completely out of your
Okay. So I just am looking for something to kill.
Absolutely. But you have your full abilities at your disposal
As Ruckus.
as Ruckus.
Ah. Okay.
Other than your hands are manacled. So
Yeah.
anything you would use your hands to do, you can't do.
But
Most spells require gestures.
Alright, just remember this means next time you're manacled, you can't do gestures with your manacled hands.
Well, I mean, we said that last week, right? When we were chained up to the wall.
Yeah?
Or 2 weeks ago.
Sure.
okay. Yeah. I was just so my feat mentions you can perform the somatic components of a spell even when you have weapons or shield in both hands. But this isn't. That's not the same thing. So okay.
We want it not to work. Okay.
So now I actually read this stuff because if it's verbal, okay, what's S is
Somatic.
that's your
Voice.
hand.
Somatic is your hands.
Okay, so anything with an S I can't do. Okay.
But your turn's over because you just woke up.
Okay.
Now, I will say, Christiana, you know he woke up. You have not yet left.
Yeah, I hear the noise.
At least, yeah, or maybe pound on the door or something.
Oh, sweetheart.
There's a rustle.
It's for
I'm
your
okay.
own.
I swear.
There was a ruckus.
It was a ruckus. Yeah. It's for your own good.
What kind of ruckus?
Come here and let me bite your head off. That's the only way I'll be satisfied.
Not today.
All right. Now, Olak, laying at your feet is a magic lantern that seems very familiar.
Yep. I'm gonna grab that.
Latch it to your
and
belt.
Clip it to my belt. Yep. And hopefully a shark doesn't come pouring out of it at some point.
No doubt.
And then I agree with the Hamlin here that we should retreat. So I will throw a firebolt at this guy.
Okay.
$20 to hit.
Yep. How much damage?
17.
Okay.
Plus the 8.
It's 25.
Oh, well, yeah. 17. It's not as effective as you'd hope. It
Yep.
it is still up.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna move. And that's my turn.
All right. And that is your turn, Martello.
What about Christiana?
Christiana is inside the thing. Christiana, so sure, you see him come out of his stupor and is out of his
Oh, I
mind.
hear it. Yeah, I hear him.
Yeah.
Flopping around.
So what would you like to do?
Open the door.
No.
No. Debating whether I should.
Speak.
No, I already said like it's for your own good. But he's out of his mind. It can't be reasoned with.
Right.
At least by the description that he told you, and that seems to be true.
When we saw him back in the swamp, he was.
Lost his
I
mind.
did, yeah.
Yeah, lost his
I
mind.
lost it for a while, yeah.
So, debating whether
Yeah,
I
I
should.
attacked one of you, didn't I?
No, you attacked.
I had to put a wall of force around you.
I think I did. I think
that's
I
how we
actually
stopped
bit
you.
one
He
of you.
killed something that pissed off the
troll.
troll.
Troll and I think you.
Oh, that's right.
You
Yeah, the
killed
troll,
one of those
the
creatures.
troll said stop, and I didn't listen.
Don't
to
kill
it.
the snail, and you killed the snail.
Yeah, that's what it was.
You bit the snail in half.
Yeah.
And, like,
Something like
sucked
that.
it.
Right after
like,
you.
it was like a one-hit kill, and like you sucked it out of its shell and like ate it whole. And,
Escargot.
yeah. Anyways, I think Christiana is going to stay in here for another like round or two just to make sure he doesn't get out and may be a bad decision. But we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
Just sanity check. It's nice to see that green bar pumping.
Yeah. It might actually be better to leave. Yeah. Christiana's gonna leave because I don't want to take on Ruckus one-on-one.
In a confined space.
Yeah, in a confined space.
Well, if he gets out of that cell, he can get out of the.
Right, but if he gets out of the lantern, there's at least a few of us that can
Yeah.
subdue him.
It's not one-on-one.
It's not one-on-one.
Right.
And he does only have one hit point.
Does only have one hit point.
Well, unless he heals himself.
Unless he
somehow.
heals himself.
Somehow.
He's kind of nuts, so maybe he doesn't even think of that.
Well, that's fair. That's fair. Okay, so I kind of put you with the rest of them.
Okay.
Fair enough. You happy with
Yeah.
that?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, Marcello.
Mm-hmm.
You went in thinking you were gonna save some woman in distress, but apparently these creatures were able to mimic a sound. You're surrounded by 10 of them.
Yep.
What can you do?
Well, I can attempt to attack several. Okay. Let's see here. All right. Well, let's see. Yeah. Well, looks like I'm within reach of the. I'll just pick the three on my right. Yeah, because they're close. But keep me on the center one because, in theory, I think I'm close enough to hit the other two. Yes, no.
Sure.
I'm asking. You don't have to give it.
Yeah, well, it's fine. The idea is they're going to surround you,
Yeah.
so.
All right. Okay, so
This was a trap, and you've fallen into their
trap.
web, if you would.
Okay. All right. So I've spooled up my maul. So let's roll to hit. Once.
Twice.
And we're going to use. Let's see. Where's that at? Nope, not that one. Hit it in there.
The air in here is about to get really thick.
Uh-oh.
Not here.
Where? Y. F. All right. Okay, 22 to hit.
Yep.
Okay. So that's 10 plus. Tie a Divine Smite to that. 9, 19, that's 20
Points of damage.
so far.
Alright, this one falls dead.
Awesome.
You have a pool of black ichor right there.
In front of me?
Where
Where he was, okay.
he was, yeah.
Ickerstain.
Awesome. All right. So then we'll go after the one to the south of me here. That's a 10. And we're going to pull. Where's that at? Why didn't that show up? Okay. Use a I'm gonna use a Channel of Divinity for guided strike and make that a 22 to hit. And with that 22 to hit, we're gonna do this again. 5 and 5 is 10. We'll drop the other Divine Smite. 10, 24, 28.
28 to hit.
No, it was 22 to hit.
28 points of damage.
Yep.
Yeah, that one's down.
Okay. And then, let's see. There's a lot of people in here. So let's throw,
I wouldn't call them people.
well, critters. We'll call them critters. Call them what they are. Let's see. Oh, I better mark these off here real quick. There was I used 2 of those early. And then we will use, where is it? Okay, then we will also use 1 round of our War Priest to make a 3rd attack on the one to the north.
Okay.
9 and 5 is 14. And we'll just do that at 1st level. 14 and 6. That's 20 points.
Of damage?
Yup.
Hit to the one to the north? Oh, yeah. He's down.
Excellent. Okay. And let's see. Do I want to burn that this early? There's a lot of them. Okay. So then I will. Let's see. Holly's outside. Yeah, let's make this interesting. Sure. Why not? I want to survive. So I will. I'll roll the. I'll execute an action surge,
Okay.
which will get me 2 more attacks. So we'll go after. More or less. North to left. Yeah, that guy. No, gotta roll this.
You said the mall, so you're just
A lot.
with a big hammer.
Yep, pretty much.
Splat, splat, splat.
Let's see. Is a 16 hit?
16 does hit.
Awesome. There we go. 10 plus that's 15. 15 points of damage to that one.
That's not quite enough.
Oh, that's all right. We'll just sure. Let's tack on another 6 on top of that.
That did it.
Okay. Let's go mark that off real quick. Another one of those. And then we'll go. And of course, there's a puddle there, right? Yeah. I'm gonna paint myself into a room here. Awesome. Let's
And
see.
maybe it hurts them too. We don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. And then let's see. I'll just go after the guy directly in front of me there to the left. I'm just working counterclockwise.
This way? Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Okay. That's a nat 20.
He's
Yeah.
dead.
So you want to describe how you do it?
Blat.
So yeah, he'll with his two-handed maul, kind of just golf this guy right through his midsection
Yeah.
and watch him kaboom.
Anything else?
No, I think that's everything.
Wouldn't the Icar be on the wall in this case?
Sure. It's kind of more over there. Okay.
Flat.
In that 20, he aimed it. Right? Corner pocket.
So during all that, you're done. No more attacks. Mr. Fighter, Cleric, plus whatever else you are.
Right. Paladin.
Paladin.
Oh, so you did action surge.
Yep.
You have bonus action?
Well, I did the bonus action earlier on the other
Okay.
round.
Okay. And
Let's see.
you probably don't want to move because you're in base contact with them.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I mean, you do have movement.
Yeah.
And we have at least one that can swing at you.
Right. Let's see here. I want to make sure I mark off stuff because that was a lot of stuff, and I want to be playing it
Yeah.
straight here.
But you can mark it off in between turns.
Okay. Well, if there's, it looks like there's enough room to scoot between the puddles.
And you would get just one opportunity attack.
All right, I'll do that. I don't want to be stuck in the middle of the puddles.
All right.
I will risk it for the biscuit.
You move here.
Yep.
I mean, you can stay on him. And this is the one that Holly is on, or Lulu's on.
Right.
She moves up. You move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30-ish, right? Pretty
Yep.
close.
Yep.
All right. He gets one opportunity attack. Five plus, so it misses.
Awesome.
All right, and Lou's gonna take this guy down. And we're gonna have another.
Without a gas cloud?
They don't gas cloud when they die. They
Thank goodness.
They gas cloud when they live.
Oh, it's their attack weapon.
Yes.
Got it.
And
More like a defense mechanism.
they run up. And it's time for them to fart.
4 of them together. Oh my god.
And so you need to do three Constitution saving throws.
So that's their
Versus
attack.
being
They
point.
walk up to you and go,
It's their best attack.
3 Constitution. Oh, that's not the best one. Okay. That's a 12. 7.
Alright.
And let's try something different. And a 19.
Alright. So the 7 failed.
Yep.
And you are poisoned. While poisoned this way, the target can either take an action or a bonus action on its turn, not both, and can't take reactions. You are poisoned. Alright. We're going to give Lulu as she also failed one. You're both coughing and hacking, and she. We should get out of here. So, you're poisoned, And all that has to do with it, we can look up what poison means. In addition, you can do a bonus action or action, but you can't do both. And you can't take reactions. I think that's your turn.
So action or bonus.
And you can't take reactions. Alright. Long turn.
But I dropped 5.
Yeah, you did.
That's half of what was in the room.
Alright. And somewhere down here, these guys move forward. Okay. After Martello is glowing, way over here on this side, there's one little guy,
Barely alive.
barely alive, licking his wound.
God, I hate wasting time on that.
Yeah.
Fine.
Why? Just,
Well, you don't want it to recover.
there'll be more.
You know, there's
Many-
more of
many
these
in
in
the
other areas of the town that might be more worth your while than one lonely.
Yeah, I mean, if you can take
Like
out
Commandant
7 at a
Assad.
time, that would be awesome.
There'll be many,
Somewhere else.
many.
I mean, this is the village is here in this building, and
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the only one I see near me, and
yeah.
through all the haze and stuff, I probably don't even see these over here. I don't know. I'm assuming.
All you know is there's battles going on.
Yes. So let's clear this area out.
Take care of this one.
This is a cantrip, Sacred Flame. Range is 60 feet. He has to pass a dex 18 saves.
Yeah, he's dead. I just dead.
That's 20.
Yeah, he had 2 hit points left.
Yeah. And it's radiant damage.
And there's a black pool on the ground where he was.
Yeah.
Would you like to move?
So, I mean, kind of expand out. I'm looking around, trying to see where the issues.
As you fly above the rooftops, you see those birds dropping off more of those things here and there and everywhere.
Yeah, I'd like to work on those. If I see one new.
Okay, so you fly to a different part of the area and you work on those, all right? It takes your turn, you're going to deal with it, all right? But this turn, you killed that one.
Yes.
You move to another area, to another one, you're going to work on that. That's what you're going to do next turn. You'll take care of it. It's fine.
Actually, we should be working as a team. I need to talk to these guys.
Well, make up my mind.
Yeah, so I'm going to stay here and I want to talk to everybody.
So you land on the ground next to him,
Yeah.
and you have your little bit of a reunion.
Sort of, yeah.
And the soldiers kind of look at, who are you? A dragon, a gold dragon. That could be just the savior we need at this time.
Yeah, if I was an ancient, that would be nice. But
You are here to help.
Maybe can your friend dragon? Can you get rid of these demons flying in from everywhere?
I'd like to work on that.
What
But there's
do
a
you-
lot of them, and I'm only one person, so I need to figure out where I need to start.
Ola Christiana, Lloyd lands next to you. How do you react?
Christiana there? I thought she was still in the
No.
thing.
No,
I
she
came
decided to
out-
come
I
out.
came out of the lamp. Because I was like, if
Oh,
I get
right.
attacked.
I missed that, sorry.
She
Yeah.
didn't want to be in the lamp with him all by herself.
Right.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
At least
Yeah.
under these conditions.
There's no chaperone.
Yeah.
No
No
chaperone.
chaperone, yeah.
One-on-one confined space.
Oh, it's good to see you, buddy.
How you doing? You're. Give you a oh.
Oh, good
You're solid.
dragon. Who's a good dragon?
You're very corporeal.
I'll bite.
So,
What are we gonna do here? This is nuts. There's all these creatures. They're overwhelming us.
Speaking of, sidebar.
Nice neighborhood you live in here.
I don't live here.
Dude, he never
Well,
calls
yes, I
back.
do.
Oh, did he?
And he finally did, and we learned he was in the hospital.
Yeah. I talked to him.
Yeah.
I was gonna communicate that with you. I forgot.
What are you talking about?
His trainer.
Oh,
His
so,
dog trainer.
well,
My dog
your
trainer.
trainer. We're not using
Yeah.
him.
Oh.
We already signed up with somebody
Yeah.
else.
That's probably better anyway. He's hurt and mending.
Yeah.
Real quick.
Okay. So that was Loin's turn, and we are back to talk with Panlamar.
So, coming out of defensive posture, as his dragon came in front of me, I would say, you know this thing?
Yeah, it's a
Thing?
cleric.
You are a dragon.
I'm
I
not
don't know
a
that you're a
thing.
cleric behind all of
My
that.
name is Groldark.
Ah,
The
my
gold.
Apologies.
The gold.
Can you take care of these flying things? They're bringing on all these demons.
Yeah.
You
One
can
at a
stop them or
time.
at least slow the assault.
Yeah. So what do you think? I head towards the edge of the town and catch them as they come up? I can kind of do that, I guess. But they're probably coming up from all around the town.
I mean, I can come join you.
How long can you fly?
Can I get on your back?
Like another 55
Yeah.
minutes.
I know I don't know you, but
Actually, no, that's actually because I could attack, you could attack, because that's the only way you're going to get up in the air to attack these things.
But you have ranged attacks? You do? Okay.
I have a ranged fire attack.
How long can you fly?
I think Olaf's probably better.
55 minutes.
How
I'm
long
better on the
how long
ground.
was the battle up?
That's what he's saying, 5 minutes.
Those one? Okay.
Yeah.
So we've got like 55 minutes left. Okay.
Battles,
Yeah.
yeah, they go,
There
don't
you
take
go.
up much
Yeah.
time.
That was like, what, 2-3 battle? 5 minutes real time.
Yeah.
Right.
So is that a plan? So you actually want to ride on my back? Because I think I can
Would
carry
you
you.
let a stranger ride on your back?
No, I would not want. I mean, I was joking, but
But Christiana might.
I think Olaf
I
or
can
Christiana
fly.
might actually, if they have ranged spells, they would be good to be on your back.
We can also fly.
Yeah, and you.
Yeah, we can fly.
Not as far as you can.
But
though.
me,
What's your fly speed? It's like,
60.
yeah.
Hey,
The thing is,
I'm 60 right now.
these things are probably immune, or not immune, but resistant to fire. So
Yes.
you need to come up with different attacks besides fire.
I would be shooting my bow,
Olaf is gonna hold up his
Okay.
sword.
shooting bolts at them.
You're going to hold up your sword. I have other spells that I can use. Okay,
I'll hitch a ride if you're offering.
Please
but you can only
catch me
fly.
if I
Only
fall.
30 feet at a time though.
Oh, and I suppose Olak's stuck with 30 feet too.
No, he has 60.
Oh, you do?
Technically, I have 120, but then I start taking damage.
so you guys have lots
Okay.
of flying time left.
55 minutes. It's a potion, so it lasts for an hour. And the battle, to close the portal was apparently only 5 minutes. So
We're taking Olak's word on this.
Hi. Okay, I'll say, look, I could ride on your back. Do you trust me? I mean, I'm going to be all the way up
I
there.
mean,
I
Can
gotta
I
trust
carry
you.
two?
I mean,
You
Yeah,
just
but
need
it
one.
would take your
Don't
action
you
to
fly.
carry
well,
two.
Christiana could.
Who's going?
Because you're not.
Somebody's on
What's
your
your
back.
size?
Young dragon.
What's your size? Are you large or are you medium?
Pretty
It was large, at least large.
If he's a young dragon, he may not be large.
But he's
Large
size-
dragon.
All right.
Yeah, size.
As a large dragon, it makes more sense to me. As a medium dragon, it wouldn't. So you could, but you look at this guy, all right,
Yeah.
with his mask and his dark nature.
I think what would make more sense is you work with all the soldiers here to protect the people.
Oh no, that was
Because they're
my
all
first
going to be
goal.
coming. All these dretches and
I was a little overwhelmed above the table. I was a little overwhelmed with the Avengers feel of all of this. Like we're just kind of like we're like the big bosses fighting here against the horde. You know, like the Chitauri. You know,
And we came in through a portal. And
Yeah, they.
all we're missing is the Hulk.
Smash.
So yeah, I was like, I'll connect
Yeah,
with
you
whoever's
got the
leading.
Hulk in
It
the
had,
cage.
it had the whole. Oh, that's true.
I'll connect with whoever's leading here, and we'll figure out what's going
Well,
on.
it is your turn.
And we will hit the perimeter and try taking these guys out.
So they say we're gonna go do the aerial assault, right? And you go find the leader. So you go and you say, "Point me." Well, right here's our captain, Farnworth, and he looks at you. You should get in for protection. Let us guards take our soldiers do the hard work. He doesn't know you from Adam.
I need to speak with your general, your leader.
He is the leader.
Ravengard.
Just point him out to me.
No, Ravengard. He I think he's holding the other line.
What's it look like?
Ravengard.
Point.
Dark skin in the armor.
All right, I'm on my way.
All right, so that's
Run and dash.
move, jump, dash. That's good. Looks like good.
Fire, brimstone, lava, whatever.
I mean, you come across, see a line of guards. Now, these guards are not the soldiers that the other ones are. They're the town guard. They don't really have the. They're guarding the entrance. They have a first line of defense to the building, but they're not equipped for battle like soldiers are. Right? I think that's your turn.
Yeah.
And so as all this is happening, there's battles going on, raging on here and there and everywhere. The soldiers are at par with these things. They're cutting them down. They're taking some damage. This is not a good life, but they're able to do it. They're exhausted. The battle. They're keeping the line. So when you relieve them, there was quite the relief.
If I can get close and like kind of loop towards them, I might be able to help them.
Well, if you have a ranged attack, I would
I
say
do.
yeah.
But
Yes.
I've just dashed, so I won't be able to do anything
Yeah.
until the next turn.
Okay. Ruckus.
Okay, so I'm Ruckus. I have the bloodlust, but otherwise I have my senses and my spells and whatever. Okay. Bibbidi bobbidi knock knock. You hear a loud boom. Well,
No,
I don't
no
know if
one
the-
hears it.
the boom doesn't come outside of the house. Okay. Then the manacles fall off,
Uh-huh.
which means
That-
I
that-
turn back into a
You're
wereshark, right?
You can, yeah, you do. Yes, you would.
I do, yeah.
You would.
Because they're not on me
You're not-
anymore.
because I mean that's what you would do. You're still locked in the room though.
Oh,
You were in manacles,
Yeah.
locked in a room.
okay.
So you knocked off.
Yeah.
Maybe next turn you can do another knock.
Well, no, because now I'm a
There's a
wereshark.
wereshark, so you can't. You should have done the knock on the.
And the knock.
If you had done knock on the door to begin with, you'd have gotten out, but you didn't.
It doesn't.
Thankfully.
I'm pretty sure.
Oh well, you're crazed. You
Yeah.
took care of the first
Right,
barrier.
First
Yeah.
barrier works.
And then, didn't think that.
I'm rooting against you here.
No, no,
just
that's
'cause
fine, that's
I
fine.
wanted to get
And
out.
so,
In friendship.
In friendship, I'm rooting against you.
so now I'm a wereshark, and so I guess on my next turn I'll try to.
And you go
bite
running up the door and you bash the door, and then you hit it, and you know this would have totally torn apart a door normally. When you do it, there's that arcane purplish shield kind of blocks off it. That it's just
Oh.
not taking damage.
Okay.
Right? That's where you have your arcane lock, right?
Yeah, arcane lock. Someone double check that.
So you can't do the spells of Ruckus while you're a shark?
Right.
Yes, and
Yeah,
knock
as a
would
dragon, I can
suppress
do
it.
all
And
the
if I
spells.
had, like you said, if I had done the door first and then
It is more difficult to break or open. The DC
His
to
instinct
break
wasn't-
You're not
No.
exactly saying.
Right.
Well,
didn't. Well, I don't.
So he could.
Oh,
he
you've
could
done you've done those on me before.
What's your
so-
strength? Your strength is like a 20, right?
as a shark?
Yeah.
As a shark boy?
Mm-hmm.
23, yeah.
It's 23. So that still, is that plus 6 or plus 7?
6.
Plus 6. All right. Roll your strength against the door.
Okay.
Yep.
With that plus 6, I only got 11.
All right. That's not enough. All right.
Sorry.
So we're gonna set the difficulty
card.
clause.
I'm just running with it.
So the door might have been 15 at 25. You're gonna need a 25 to bust down that door,
Okay.
which is doable, right?
Mhm.
But hard, even for you. All right, that's Ruckus. Olak, Christiana, and Christiana, you go to the skies and start battling the incoming demons. And as you get up in the sky, you see across the battlefield, the haze, 3 very large creatures charging into the battle.
They're running or flying?
Galloping.
Yeah, they're kind of,
So like on the ground.
they're on the ground.
Maybe we should take care of those first.
Sounds good.
Sound like they might be a little much for the soldiers.
All right.
Alright.
So first up would be Olak. You've flown. Let's say you've flown 20 feet into the air, right?
Yep, so 40 feet towards the charging things.
All right. You gonna do it, or do you want me to?
Oh, yeah, I can do it, sorry. 40, nope, that's way too far. Oh boy, this is a very big map. And then I'm assuming I'm not in range. Not even close. So I will dash and go another 60 feet.
Me.
Alright.
All right, Christiana.
Christiana will, with Glenn's permission, climb on board. And
Well, and then on your turn.
And then I will
turn.
flying dash, which would be also 120 feet.
All right. Martello. You are poisoned.
Yeah.
You can do either action or bonus action. Can't do both.
Yep.
And you're standing here in a thick cloud.
Lula gets to do one or the other too.
Yeah. Lulu says, "Let's get out of this."
And poisoned is disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
And that one's a special one. It's the demons special.
Yeah, but
But
it's
the poison
in addition
effect.
to that.
Oh yes.
You guys
Yeah,
will-
so Lulu takes a swipe across her belly as she backs away.
Question, because it will come up. How long do we know how long this? Well, we don't know how long it takes for this to dissipate.
Fart cloud.
Yeah.
Could always send Christiana in. She's immune to poison.
Nice.
Well, that'll be
That's
handy.
handy.
She's immune to
As a
poison.
dwarf, I'm resistant, but as
She
a
says,
dragon-
"Back away and I'll hit him with a fireball."
Awesome. So on that note, I will back away.
I think the flying elephant can cast fireball.
She can do something. She can do stuff. Yeah.
She's
I'll-
a trunk full of kerosene.
Yeah.
so they move me out of the blast radius.
17 hit you.
Now is the fart.
No.
You're about to
All right, so you go back to where she is, right?
Yep.
All right.
So I've moved. I'm not. That's whatever distance that is. That's fine. And I'm going to take this moment to swap and put them all away, spool up the mace, and put my shield back on. And let's see. And I should still have the other thing up. Okay. Yep. And okay. So that and that, and let's see, anything else? Still got the shield running. Where is that? Did I do that? Oh, that would be one more. Oof, running through stuff here quick. Yeah.
I don't know what you did though. What'd you do? You backed away and then what?
I put them all away.
Yeah.
Pulled the mace out and put my shield back on my arm because I couldn't do that when I
Yep.
had them all.
All right. You back up there, and she starts to do her oogity book, and then she makes an arcane, and then so, I'm sorry, Marla, I don't remember how. You knew she had memory issues,
Yeah,
right?
right. Yep.
Yeah. I
Understood.
just don't remember my mind.
That's all right. We got this.
And then these all charge. They run out of their clouds.
This character is in the module, like
Yeah.
written into the module.
Yeah. With the memory issues and everything.
Oh, crap.
So you're gonna have 4 times 2, 8 attacks against you.
Yep.
So 19 hit?
Nope.
A 19 doesn't hit?
Nope.
Nice.
I have the Shield of Faith on top of everything.
Does a
and
20 hit?
No.
A 20 doesn't hit.
No.
Alright, so they start scraping against your armor and it doesn't break through. Alright, we have 2 attacks against Lulu though. Two attacks against Lulu, and they get those look like pretty big rolls. A 21 is gonna hit, and does the other one hit? And the other one doesn't hit. So, and it does. Stretch. It does 5 points of damage.
To
Lulu. You've already taken a little bit of damage. She's. Ow! Okay. And with that, at the end of their turn, these guys move forward. Alright. That was Martella Gloin. 120 feet. Alright. Christiana's on your back.
Yeah, so I should be up even with Olak.
Pan,
Olak. He did the same thing, 120 feet.
It was 20 feet up and then 100 feet out.
Right.
Yeah.
Alright. Sounds good to me. Alright. That was Loin.
What's the range to those guys?
As Ruckus falls, just like
Oh, it's
out
easy
of
within
nowhere.
120 feet, right? Is it even within 60
You know, if you
feet?
leave the lantern, you're just gonna fall from the sky.
Not quite.
You're still carrying
Okay,
it?
so
The
120 feet
lantern
it is.
clipped to Olak's belt.
Is it my turn?
yeah.
Yeah, but you dashed.
Not that
Did you
know
not
that.
dash?
That was the last turn.
This is
Then
this
he falls
turn.
on the ground. He's perfectly
You just-
fine. He gets
it's
up
your
and
turn
starts
now.
destroying everything.
I asked you what are you. I
Exactly,
assumed
yeah.
you
We
were.
just let him into the
We
middle of
moved last turn.
No, you didn't.
the food.
Oh, we
source.
didn't?
No, that no. He climbed on your
The
back.
good news
Okay.
is he
Now
might be
it's
a
your turn to
crazed
move.
shark after
Okay,
this.
You moved
so-
120 feet.
I just
Okay.
hope it
Is
takes
that
a
with the
few turns
dash?
for him to-
Yeah, 120 feet
Yeah,
for the day.
so you dashed.
Okay. I thought we moved and you just didn't move me for some reason.
No. You had to take your turn, flew down there and talked to them. That was your
Okay.
turn.
Yeah.
They got on your back, and now you flew off.
And then Olak got up and flew off.
Yeah.
But that was his turn.
That was his
Okay,
turn.
got it. Sorry.
No worries. All right, so that was Loin's turn. We're back to Panlamar.
So I will take a moment to Eldritch Blast. First one is 21
Yep.
for 15. I'm assuming they took some damage already from those guys.
Sure.
Second one is 23 for 14 points.
Yeah, it probably took some damage also. One left coming and fills in from behind it.
That one's 27 for 7.
All right, so that's still up. So you take 2 down,
And then I keep running.
and you see somewhere down the aisle they're just getting filled in from behind, right?
Yeah.
And the two soldiers look behind as they feel this energy flow over them, and the two fall in front of them. It's like they look, and they kind of give you a nod as their attention drawn back to the one that remains. And then you move 30 feet.
Yeah.
I don't. It's like I need to go figure out how to turn that off so this pop-up stuff doesn't happen all the time. I know how to use my tools. I don't need a wizard to guide me. Okay, that's Pendlemer. The dretches all move forward. We need to. I don't know. I've been doing them on your turn. So we're Ruckus and Olak and Christian. Ruckus.
Okay. Can I bite the door?
Okay.
So that means I get two bite attacks.
Sure. So we're looking for a 25.
All right. That's nope.
Okay. Jabberjaws didn't work. Olak. Ken. You.
We're going to keep flying the 60 feet and not get close enough to do anything yet. So I shall throw a firebolt at the one that's in the front.
You're
So
not
don't
close
think I
enough
have
to do
anything.
anything?
Not what he wants to do, apparently.
No. I can throw a firebolt. That's about it. So I shall do that. 27.
27 does hit.
Alright. 23 for damage.
Nice. That's a nice strong hit. These are much more difficult though.
Yes. That would be about right.
What was the other campaign?
And that'll do it.
What kind of damage was it?
It was fire,
got it,
so
something
the
else.
most useful type.
Yeah. It's not as effective as you'd hope. Okay. You're flying, correct?
Yes.
How high in the air are you?
20 feet, I think is what we said.
20 feet. Sounds good. Christiana, you're on the back of the of Gloin or Grolgark. You are $70 feet from the lead one.
Easy shot.
Mm-hmm. How could you possibly miss?
I don't know.
I would not expect it.
Yes. Sharpshooter.
I expect you are also 20-ish feet in the air.
Yes.
As I presumably missed my first shot. I'm guessing a 16 doesn't hit.
The 16 does hit.
Does hit. Okay, they have a lower AC than I thought. Okay. Trying to remember. So that's 12 plus. So that's 17 points on the first shot. Let's. No, I didn't need to roll that. Let's just roll these together. 25 hits and a 32 hits.
Yep.
So that's
Yeah. Which eyeball did you want to shoot?
so 7 plus 5 plus
I like that.
5.
We're going to say
Hmm?
if you exceed an armor class by 10, you can call your shot.
Which eye? Left or right? Yeah.
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 Call it.
Call it.
Right eye.
You go for and so he's going to make a Constitution check versus being blinded.
You should at least have a disadvantage going forward.
Well, if he does real well in this check, no. Oh, so one eye is definitely out. He's down to one eye.
Okay, I need to sum up the damage as well.
Alright.
So do you just want the total damage? for
Total
the turn?
damage is fine.
Okay.
And after Christiana is going to be Martello again.
Alrighty.
Okay, calculator's not coming up. Something to do in my head. 17, 24,
You're up.
35, 40.
All right.
40.
It's still up.
But with only one eye.
One eye.
I will.
So add that to your thing.
Okay.
Write it down.
I
somewhere.
like that. Yeah.
I like called shots. This game doesn't have that.
Right. It specifically say you can't call shots.
Right.
It's-
But if you exceed the armor class by 10, you had a super good shot.
Yeah.
And if its armor class wasn't that big to begin with, you should just pretty much outright kill it.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do, Martello? You're still these stretch things.
Right. I can take. Okay. You said I can take an action. Right. No bonus actions, which I'll live with.
Yeah.
But with that, okay. But because I get 2 attacks per action, I can still make 2 attacks.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Well, we're just gonna work counterclockwise. Start with the guy to the north.
Okay.
First swipe. That's a nat 20.
Oh, he's dead.
Okay.
Just save some time, man. That's all I'm doing.
That's cool. And next one. That's going to take some work. That's 14. And then. It's a 14 hit.
Yes.
Awesome. So 14, and that's going to be this one. So that's a d6.
It's not. It's more like the second Avengers movie when
9.
the city's raising out, right?
9 and
Well, this thing end game where like all the heroes appear and then
Yeah.
teleport in or whatever.
Yeah, it should be like that. We should have 50 other heroes.
18 points of damage.
Yeah, it's down.
Awesome. All right, it's my turn.
All of a sudden, Barker opens a portal and comes through. All of our other characters.
All our other characters show. There you go. Oh my god. Oh, we should do that at some point. We each have 5 characters and take us an hour to get through one
Lulu?
turn.
One turn.
Come on, Lulu.
Give me a good roll. Give me a good number. 12. Yeah.
We did well.
How about another one?
We did the big when they brought both those 2 groups
Yeah.
together, right?
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
She had no pluses on her 12.
Yeah, she does, but make me look them up. She's not the best hand-to-hand. If she ever remembers her spells, she'll be dangerous.
Her trumpet blast.
Sure.
Does she need to be healed?
That's a good question.
Yeah, so she blows her trumpet of blasting. Each creature in the cone must make a DC 14 Constitution saving throw. Failed save, the creature takes 17 points of thunder damage and is deafened for one minute. What is her difficulty class? I don't see it. What is your difficulty class? 16, 18?
Let's see here. Where do I find that on my thing?
16 it is, as these guys are going to make a DC 16 saving throw. She's going to get those 3 with her 1, 2, 3 roll.
Nice.
Well,
2 out of 3 ain't bad.
2 out of 3 pass though.
Oh, those are the saves.
Those are the saves. I would say the one right in front took the brunt of it, and took 17. On a fail, they take 17. Yeah, that just kills all three then. Because even if they fail, they're still taking 17. Oh, well, that worked.
Well done.
Glad I can fly and I don't have to get in this stupid ichor. Alright. You did yours, she did hers. There's only one left. And that was on then at the end of your turn is when I did these guys. Even with one eye, this creature. Let's see if we can get a good description of him. Great herds of Armenites race across the blasted fields of the abyss, bent on slaughter and death, driven by unrestrained bloodlust, whether controlled by more powerful demons or charging into battle for the sake of it. Armenites use their claws and hooves as well as their long whip-like tails to tear foes apart. In the armies of demon lords, the Armenites perform the role of heavy cavalry, leading the charge and tearing into the enemy flanks. So these up front, their primary attack is their tail, and they have a lightning bolt.
Oh.
Lightning lances. The Armonite. Oh, what? You talking to me?
No.
Nope.
You two are communicating.
We're plotting. It won't happen, but we're discussing.
And the three of them focus on the main dude here, who was their objective.
Is that the Raven?
The Raven Guard.
Raven.
And so they fire their lightning in a line that is 6 feet long and 10 feet wide. Each creature in line must make a DC 15 dexterity saving throw. This guy has to do 3 of them.
Whenever creature in line, so does that also fry all the...
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
These ones in front of it are all toast.
Yeah.
So they're I'm not even gonna save them. They're just dead, gone. I think that's pretty much the path. Fortunately, it's down on the ground as I was checking for Olak just to make sure he was underneath it. And this guy, 1, 2, 3, rolls. And he actually saved one of them, but that's not going to be enough for him as he takes 70 points of damage. And he is laid unconscious. And you hear the soldiers cry and shout, "No!" They look, and these two start dragging his body back. Get him to safety! Fall back in line! And the other ones fall in and fall in. Press the attack! Don't let him get him! And with more and more coming, over the edge of the moat are just more and more of these things.
Armamites?
Not of these things, of the dretches and the
Okay.
flying things. But above them, out of the clouds, you see a wave of darkness comes over the city and descends, and you see, led by a creature on a flaming horse,
Oh my.
a Narzugon. A Narzugon is a devil riding the fiend of a nightmare. And it's surrounded by a cloud of spine devils descend on the city. and this creature, this Narzagon, lands amongst all, and with his lance throws it into the chest of the lead Armonite, and he pronounces, "This city is the property of Zariel. All demons will die. All demons will die." And basically, he comes and chases off all the demons.
It's just a different enemy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but the enemy of my enemies are my friend.
For
Enemy of
now.
my- What's that?
For now.
For now,
So,
eh?
just imagine from the sky all these spine devils just flying down. The flying monkeys, right? They'll come down, they land on these dredges and just start tearing apart the pools of this black ichors everywhere. Some of the devils die as well, but eventually this Narzagon dispenses of these Ammonites.
Cristiano looks at the nightmare and thinks, I used to have one of those. Oh.
And that's the end of her night.
You
So
don't
you
want me
got-
to revivify the guy?
Oh, yeah. So, thank you. So, while this is happening, the Raven Guard is dragged back to this hall, right?
Yeah.
And you might see that this new devils are chasing away everything, and at least at the moment, nothing is pressing an attack on you
Right.
per se. This hall seems to be safe.
Yeah. Sort of. So I land next to him.
You stay as Grolgark?
I can cast the spells.
So
Floyd.
the answer is yes. You stay as Grolgark.
Yes.
And as this is happening, I would
I think you
assume
mentioned.
that Lulu and Martello make their way there as well.
Okay, sure.
Fair enough.
He has to be dead less than a minute.
That's fine. It's a little
If we
bit
want to bring
Once
him
you're
back.
taken care of.
there's a little bit of hand waving here,
So,
but yes, it's
thank
been a
you to
minute.
everyone.
Uh,
Wonder if all the people could fit.
And Martello and Lulu make their way out because I want them there. This is kind of
I'm sure that's
part of the
You
story.
think sending out all the villagers into the feeding chamber?
Well, once we take care of him.
What?
Big emphasis.
Just change out one set of enemies for another set of enemies.
Actually, this one will probably be the worst enemy because
Yeah.
Zariel's who brought the city here. So
Wait, see,
she's claiming what the demons were trying to take for granted. You know.
Yeah. So the,
You're
And
trying to
he's-
steal
and
what I
he's-
wrote right
Yeah,
from
right.
you're
stolen.
saying
Yeah.
this horseman is,
Working for Zariel.
and Zaris is the one that brought the town
The
down.
whole city. Yeah.
But with the town, when the town came down, all these demons came up to
Yeah,
try
they
and
was
take
like,
it.
hey, new fresh blood.
Could you send that interaction to
So
us,
the-
like email it to
the
us?
demons, all these things,
Yeah, if I can
all
remember
these.
it word
It's
for word, but
live.
yeah.
It's
Okay.
live.
Oh yeah, you can rewatch
I
it.
could rewatch.
You could rewatch it.
I'm better at like reading it though. than-
Oh, well then you can reread it in his notes.
There you go.
So, you land next to him and you do your revivify. I
Right.
assume you have the diamond to do it?
Well, I hope so. It's only a.
Does anybody have a diamond? Is there a diamond in the house?
I'm sure you've got diamonds in your
No?
holder bag of holding.
So that's Olak.
Olak has bag.
Yes.
Do you have a diamond in your bag of holding?
I have a diamond in my bag of holding,
Okay.
yes. Well, actually, it's on my person. In my spell
Even
pouch.
better.
It only needs to be 300 gold piece worth diamond.
Oh, it's the 300 gold piece diamond I took off your dead body. So.
There you
Huh,
go.
this diamond looks a little familiar.
Thanks.
It has the engraved thing on the
No,
on
didn't
the
you
inside.
keep all of your
So I'm
items?
casting Revivify. Huh?
Didn't you keep all of your items when you went to Avernus? Or did you lose your items?
I think you lost your items.
Yeah. Because they were stained on the body up
Yeah.
there.
Do you want your shield back?
That'd be
Well,
fine.
maybe we take care of this healing first.
Yeah.
I just
If
cast
you should-
Revivify.
And as he comes out of his stupor, it's like, ugh. And
One hit point.
Huh?
One hit point.
Yeah, but he leans back and he's somewhat conscious, right? I mean,
Yes.
he just took 70 points of lightning damage, and he's not a superhero like you guys are, right? And
Right.
he says, I saw the lights, and I couldn't escape this land. I saw a woman bloodied in armor, a soldier wearing colors and crests of Ultra, grasping a long sword fit for an angel, a long sword glowing with blue and white radiant energy. Fresh blood streamed from the nasty cut on the woman's cheek. Flying next to the woman, and he looks up and he sees Lulu. He goes, who are you? I'm Lulu. I saw you flying next to this woman. And you were aiding her. And she goes, Lulu goes, I remember. Zariel was my friend. She was an angel. An angel bent on battling demons. And we came to Avernus to put an end to demons. But we got stuck here. He goes, yes. As you were battling, and as an enormous loping demon threatened to devour the woman, she plunged that mighty sword into the ground. While you were big. And she goes, I was? You were like huge. And you trumpeted your sound, and the demon was hurled back, and this palace, alabaster palace, rose up around the sword. And then you fled and took to the sky and watched as this fortress, this bloody scab of a fortress, grew up from the ground and engulfed that place and that demon. She goes, I did? Then what happened? And he goes, I don't know. But that sword is our key of getting out of here. And Luke goes, that was a cool sword. Yeah, we should find it. And then she goes, wait a second. I seem to recall leaving it with... No, we get buried. You know who would know? Do birds talk? Somehow I think talking birds know where this place is. Maybe we can get this sword back. If we could find some talking birds, I bet you they could lead us to where the sword is. And Ravengard reaches over to Olak, who's right there, hand on his leg, and looks at Olak. Find the sword of Zariel. Right to Olak.
Right to Arizel. Got it.
Find the sword of Zariel. That is going to be our best chance to escape this hell. And
Alright, Glenn, you got that?
and that is how we end tonight.
Glenn's distracted by a puppy.
Yeah.
That April's barely able to contain.
She's awfully squirmy and awfully excited.
She's got new people to meet.
And to end the night, I think we should watch my
Awesome intro again.
intro again.
Agreed.
Thank you for calling it the awesome intro.
That's
Hi. She's still on the leash.
Yes. Everybody?
So when are we gonna meet this guy?
that one. We met that one. Shark boy.
Oh, it's not the thing that was just galloping in town.
No.
Super cool.
I'm gonna send a message to Ben.
Oh, come on. That's the second rate different live roleplay game on Thursday nights. That doesn't compare to us. Don't tell me I said that. Master, you're a king. If you ever want to talk, I'm happy to talk.
I'm sorry. Forgive me.
You're not on mute. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, no, I did. Alright, so let's see here. We'll click
Fun visiting Grandma?
off. End the live stream. Good night, Ken.
Bye.
Until next week.
Puppy time.
Good.
When we start and when you figure out your